Welcome back. We have a special guest this week. His name is Famous Dex, and he is here. Say hi to Famous Dex. What's up, guys? Whoa. I'm Dexter. Whoa.
That was fucking horrible, but we'll keep it. Yeah, everybody, we're back. Jesse's a fucking cool kid, and has a boner for Famous Dex. So
Whoa.
we're back after another 2-week hiatus.
Mm-hmm.
So we're bursting at the seams for fucking
Apparently.
to give you my mind.
Can we start that over? Can I?
No,
No, there's
right
no
now.
redemption.
Come on, let me redeem. We're
Do you want to just get rid of it, or
Yeah,
do you want
yeah.
a better Dexter impersonation?
What do you want? Do you want to not me do that?
I just don't want you ever to do that ever again.
Okay, we'll restart. Cut this.
So what the fuck? Hey everybody, and we're back. Yeah, you fucking goof.
It's Goofy.
We're back. Zesty Chip here.
J. Cole Daddy.
Jim K.
You gotta come up with
I
some
gotta get it.
flair. You gotta
Like
find
what?
yourself.
James K. here. Hi, guys.
Jamesathan or
Do another fucking famous Dex impression.
yeah, Jimothy. I don't
Whoa.
know, something. But yeah, we're back 2 weeks again. Another 2 weeks off, and yeah, so we're
A lot of stuff has happened. A lot of changes in our lives.
not really.
Yeah,
but
not really.
Like what?
We had two days of like 80-degree weather. That was fun. I got sunburnt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Were
how
you
you
sitting
feeling?
out on your balcony?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you aloe up, or is
Nope.
it not that bad?
It's actually not that bad. It hurts up here,
Mm-hmm.
and the hot water hurts,
Mm-hmm.
but
Can
it's
you
not
tell the fans where it hurts?
on my chest.
Show me on the doll
Okay.
where it hurts.
Where did you get touched?
Okay, now we're just taking it too far. But
Whoa.
yeah. So I mean, the Yodel kid's big right now.
Yeah, dude, he
Everybody's
was
loving him.
he was
Is he
showing
racist
out.
yet?
So here's my thing, and then I really enjoyed it when I think someone tweeted this out. They were like, "Do you know how much research Ellen's like crew did to make sure that this kid's like parents weren't like racist or had like Confederate flags in their background?
Mm-hmm.
Because didn't she have someone on?
He
It was
was on
like
that
the
one?
bully, the kid that was bullied. Right?
Yeah, and then they found out that the fucking parents were like
It's never the kid though.
right, but
It's
I mean
always their parents. Something
right.
about
So
it.
then they had to do super heavy research to make sure like
Mm-hmm.
this kid's parents weren't fucking racist shit. I think that's fucking hilarious. And I
Did
mean,
he
I
come out clean? Is he all right?
yeah, well, obviously they had him on Ellen, and then she got him a gig at the Grand Ole Opry.
That's pretty cool. 'Cause
What's
that's
the
like
Grand Ole Opry?
It's like a really good, it's like a prestigious theater
for his type of
For, like,
genre.
for like country
Better
twang.
than Coachella?
No, I think Coachella's probably the biggest thing he's ever done, but in his mind, Grand Ole Opry's like, yeah, that's where
Hank Williams and
Hank Williams performed, and that's where I saw my favorite video.
Kanye Twitty.
Yeah,
Kanye Twitty.
but I love the original video. That was always fun watching that. And then I did like the one remix,
I like the EDM remix.
Yeah.
Pretty
Mhm.
fire.
but the one that people put to like the Jersey Shore thing or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
that's the favorite. And then there was like
Mhm.
some other shitty ones that I did not enjoy. But now it looks like it's just becoming a monster. Like we've created
It's
a
too
monster.
big now.
Like they're just getting him to go show up at Coachella, and then fucking there's a dumbass video of like him backstage with fucking Bieber, and Bieber's in his dumb tie-dye shirt and long blonde hair. He's like, "Yeah, man, you're doing it, man." Like I
He just looks
understand.
like he's always kind of looked like an asshole, but now he's just like
Now he
I'm
just
a
doesn't care.
Wow, I'm a California asshole because he got like bleach blonde hair, surfer hair, and he's just like neck tattoo. I
Yeah,
don't like
it's just a really weird thing. And then the kid's like, when he's on Ellen, he's like, she's like, "What do you plan to do with any money you make from this?" He's like, "I don't know, probably." Or she's like, "If you get famous and like start be like a country star, like what are you gonna do?" He's like, do this, do that, but then I'm gonna live in a motorhome down in Florida."
He said that's what he wants to live.
Yeah.
Oh god, this kid.
And she's like, "Okay, you're gonna perform for us?" He's like, "Yeah." And then it's the same song.
Mhm.
Like
Does he have any other songs?
he does more. I've seen other videos of other songs, but this is
Yeah,
the
but
one
that's
he's
his
known
song.
for. But now this poor kid has to perform the same fucking song over and over again.
Is it
Mhm.
a cover or is it his own song?
It's
It's
a cover.
a cover.
You never
Okay.
heard the Hank Williams Senior song?
No.
He doesn't yodel like the kid.
Well, I mean,
The kid put his own
it's
little
technically
flair.
no, he yodels in it. It's technically not yodeling. It's like I don't know what they call it in country.
Like a weird
Terms.
inflection in his voice.
Yeah, like you let your voice crack or whatever. But it's not yodeling. I think all the yodelers are getting mad that it's like it's not yodeling. It's fucking. It's not.
It's
We
a-
have an art form.
It's a lost art, what he's doing and showing out.
I guess. I don't know.
He kind of fucked up though, because he did it like a little too late. If he would have done this like 2 months ago, he could have been at the CMAs.
Ah, yeah.
But now I feel like he's going to be at every country show during the summer, and summers is country time.
I swear to God, if I go to BB&T Pavilion and it's like Luke Bryan, then I always see his fucking big belts the size of his abdomen at this point. And, oh, all right. It's like, oh, that meme's over. It's done. I'm not going to really enjoy it.
Well, that's what one of my notes says, is that, like, I feel like we're starting to get into the era where people aren't going to refer to time periods as, like, months ago or, like, oh, remember, like, when you were dating so-and-so? It's actually just going to be like, oh, when did that happen? Oh, during the first SpongeBob meme. Or the blurry Mr. Krabs meme. Oh, dude, that was so long ago.
But it's like,
I'm so happy we're
2016.
done. The
What do you mean?
done?
What's
the,
done?
the period in time where it was the caveman SpongeBob, I fucking hate.
I didn't like that one.
Yeah,
I
that
did
was-
not like
that
that
was the
meme at
worst.
all.
I didn't like that one. I love the crabs.
What do you think the best one has been?
Like, we're just talking about SpongeBob memes?
Yeah, SpongeBob memes. Yeah, what was the best?
I don't really enjoy that many of them. I think the main ones that pop out is blurry crabs.
There's so many that you don't even know.
Right, but I mean the big ones that like you see almost every day. The naked SpongeBob. What's another one?
The Patrick one, like where he's on top of the rock, like
Wasn't there another Patrick
where he's
one?
like evil Patrick.
No, Evil Patrick.
That's probably been the best one.
Yeah, that's the one where I think I enjoyed the most, and like I'll use it in like my Snapchat. But no, I did enjoy blurry crabs, and then when people just put like anybody in it, or just all you do is just do that blur effect to anything, and it's just like fucking amazing. I didn't like the naked SpongeBob one until like people start adding like things to it, like the one where it's like
The Yodel boy.
well that,
Is
or
that-
the one where it's like the road workers on 95, and it's just the guy with like a hard hat and the fucking cone thing, and there's just
After 1 minute of work.
I loved it. But fucking no, but the Cosby gif you found is pretty good.
That's legendary. I didn't know that was a thing. Like Cosby, I watched the Bill Cosby show on Naked Night all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that all the time at all.
You've seen the entire series,
I feel like
and you're confident that you remember every single
I
episode.
watched quite a few.
I feel like I would remember that. I don't remember that one. He's just got a little kid with overalls on his lap, and he's just and the kids just flailing around. Oh my god, it's great.
But like that's gonna be our thing now. Like if anybody ever like comes at our Twitter, just reply with that, no caption, nothing. Just reply with that gif, and they're gonna be like,
What is he trying to say?
What's that even like?
Is he
What
calling-
does Cosby have to do about this?
Is he calling me rapist or wait what? Whoa.
And then okay, famous Dex, you fucking dickhead. What the fuck was I gonna say? The gif,
Time periods.
Bill Cosby. Damn. Did you ever see his stand up?
No.
No.
Dude, it's kind of weird because like
him younger or him sitting down
Younger.
now when he was old.
younger,
He-
like
he
his really old stand up, like back
No.
before Eddie Murphy or
Mm-mm.
after, like around Eddie Murphy Raw time.
No.
Because like he's
it
like
good?
it's like nah. I mean it's weird because it was like it's all right, but it's like super clean.
Mhm.
Like he made it a
Oh,
point not to
God.
curse or do anything bad. And then like he even brings up his act. He's like, "You got these boys around here, Eddie Murphy, you cussing all up and down, setting a bad example for our youth." So it's just all about him. Like, and he's like, "My granddaughter wants a cookie," and I said, "You can't get the cookie. I want the cookie."
I think I've told you guys before, but I don't think the listeners know, so I'll tell the story. I went to see Hannibal Buress. Like before he was on the come up. He was at the Troc, and he was like the initial joke maker about Bill Cosby being like a rapist.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of blew up from there. But it was funny. It was me, Bob, and this kid Mark. And the kid Mark, he had a little bit of drink,
Mm-hmm.
and he ran to we were standing in the back, and he ran to the bathroom, and he was like puking up. And he was puking in the back, and the security guards were like, "Oh, get out of here!" And then like Hannibal Buress was like, "Yo, that was a great show, but apparently somebody got kicked out in the back because they were throwing up." And I was like, "Oh, that was Mark. Sorry." But yeah, little history.
So your sick friend throwing up got a little shout out from Hannibal Buress. All right.
Yeah, and then that was where the Bill Cosby rapist stuff began, and glad I was there for that history.
That's good.
Now we're gonna put him behind bars where he deserves to be.
No, dude, there's just that funny shit where the clip of him where he like got out or whatever for like they need to pick a new jury or whatever it was, a mistrial,
Oh God.
and then he's coming.
Just laughing.
Wait, then he goes, hey.
He comes out and says that.
Yeah. He's like walking out of the
Oh.
courtroom.
God damn it.
Oh fuck! Oh, that's just a quick please stop.
Mhm.
So just add in there. Please stop these Purge movies. There's yet another Purge movie coming out.
serious?
Yep.
I have
And
to
this
see
one's the first Purge. That's what's called. It's like about the first ever
So
Purge.
it's like a prequel?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, they've been
God.
jumping around. It was like the first one was just like whatever, and one of them was like election year, where it's like
Yeah.
there's a special purge during the election, and then
It's
there's
gotta be like medieval.
another weird one, and then there's just this one where it's like the first purge. No, it's like 2020,
Oh,
I
come
guess, where they decided to do the first purge. But it's like,
I kind of
just-
like the first one. Except the ending, I kind of like the first one.
yeah, I mean, but the first one, it's like the first cool, like the
Yeah.
concept, and but now it's just like they found something that was interesting, and they're just beating it to shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm happy that The Quiet Place came out because I was like, such a great new
You
type
saw
of
Quiet
movie.
Place?
Yeah,
I saw it.
Can you give me like a without spoiler alerts? What? You right?
We're explaining it.
Okay, go ahead. All right, yeah.
for listeners, we're doing sign language to describe to Jesse that it's a movie about. No, it's good because it's like quiet and like
About
scenes...
a place. Great, thanks.
Well, no,
Let's
it's
go to the next
Earth. I mean, it's Earth, and it's some people. Well, do you want spoilers? I'm not going to get into spoilers.
I mean, like,
but some people think that it's in the Cloverfield universe.
Really?
They theorize that.
okay.
But J.J. Abrams wasn't involved in it, and usually that's like one of the telltale signs. Like even if he's like
Mhm.
just a producer or something on it, that would be like the J.J. Abrams thing.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's what J.J. Abrams has said he wanted to do with the Cloverfield, where it's like a movie version of like the Twilight Zone or like Black Mirror, where it's like all in the
okay.
same universe, but it's like different viewpoints of the creatures and shit.
Yeah, without spoiling anything, it's just like a group of people. Something happened where there aren't as many people on
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Earth,
Okay.
and they're being hunted by things
Oh, okay.
that get drawn out by noise.
They can't see, but they have super ultra sensitive listening,
Oh.
hearing.
Oh shit.
So like if you make any little noise, they can jump in and like track you down from miles away and then like kill you and eat you.
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta check this out.
But it's like all like sign language. But then there's certain parts where they talk because like they're like in a safe soundproof room or like under a waterfall or some shit, where like the sound of the waterfall like covers you up. But
Okay.
but then also I feel scared. I don't walk around barefoot in my house anymore now because there's one scene
Yeah.
where a nail like gets pulled out of like one of their steps, but they don't know about it, and then the one chick comes down and steps on it and is like,
Oh.
and then she has to like
Muffle herself from
Yeah.
screaming.
from screaming. That's like gross because she just stepped right on it, and it doesn't go all completely through, I don't think.
No.
But it's like, and then there's a part where she has to like pull it off, and
like
it's like
yank it out while her trying to control herself not screaming.
Mm-hmm.
God damn. Okay. Yeah, I gotta check this out.
It was good. It was interesting, and then
Mm-hmm.
and, like what they have to do and all that shit.
I feel like John Krasinski just like he's going for any movie that he's allowed to have the biggest fucking beard that he can.
Mhm. But I mean, he's way cooler with the beard.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But I feel like in all of his movies, like he seems like a really nice guy in person, but I feel like he's really trying to portray that he's like the selfless, ultimate good guy. Like in every movie, he's like
I didn't see the one with him and Roy. I didn't see
that was
one.
that was a good one.
There's a movie with him and Roy from The Office.
Yeah, it's
Oh, shit.
13 Hours. It's the one that like everybody was saying that you should watch because it like shows how Hillary Clinton's administration fucked over
Oh.
The
oh.
Marines or CIA or whatever, and then they didn't pick up their phone or whatever when
Crooked Hillary's emails.
yeah, whitewashed the goddamn emails, acid wash.
Christ.
Fucking tits in my ass, dude. Do you guys like streaming, like the video game streaming shit? How that's like blowing up.
I don't really. The only time I watch it is if like something funny happens and like someone retweeted it on Twitter and like I'll be like, oh.
But you never watch a live stream like
No.
on Twitch or anything.
Mm-mm.
I don't really pay attention to that.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't get. It's kind of like it kind of freaks me out a little bit how like the culture of it, where it's like they make so much money off donations,
Mm-hmm.
And like if
You
you watch, if you watch like even just a YouTube video of like of Ninja, the dude that plays Fortnite with like Drake and all them, and like you just because it's like all just what he recorded while he streamed. It's like every like couple minutes you'll see like someone's handle and like $10 donation, and then he'll just be like, "Oh, thanks, Woolly Mammoth 5, thanks for the $10 dono."
That's crazy.
And the rain coming. And it was just and like he makes because apparently they were saying like he makes like $500,000 like a month.
Yeah,
and that's like
at least.
Yeah, but that's like from donations and then what he gets paid from Twitch to like have a certain amount of subscribers.
Is he
or
on
whatever.
YouTube too?
Yeah,
Probably.
he's on YouTube, so he makes money off YouTube too. Because like
And then
he
Drake,
posts like his videos, with Drake, and then
Drake like bets him. He's like, 5K if you pull this one off.
I watched that video today, like the whole video of their match, and like Drake died in like the middle of it. So then he was carrying like the doubles or whatever, and was like killing people until get the win. But then it was like 2 people left, and then some Drake was like, "Yo, I bet 5." I don't know why, but he's just like, "Yo, I bet 5K that you won't win this hat," you know. And then he's like, he's like, "Oh yeah, no doubt, dude, no doubt." And then he fucking just kills 2 people easy. And then he's like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Hey man, I'm a man of my word," you know. But like the whole video, like his friend, Drake's friend's like hitting a bong, like you can hear the, and then just like, "Yo, dude, your boy's killing it." He's like, "No, man, you're killing it. You're killing it, man. You know." And then he's like, "Nah, you don't get it, Drake."
I think you're on the wrong border of the voice you're trying to go with.
I had Mexican Drake.
Could you imagine Mexican Drake?
El Drake.
He kind of looked Mexican a little bit in the Walk It Like I Talk It video because he had that curly, like Jerry curls fro.
Yeah.
And he was like, you know, I'm dancing, you know.
Walk it like I talk it, walk it.
That's a fun. That's becoming a more. I'm starting to tolerate that song more than when it first came out, and it was just like, turn it off.
Yeah. Well, I liked that song. I'm liking that song more and more, and I'm hating Stir Fry more and more.
I don't feel like Stir Fry. Like I feel like I thought that was going to be like on the radio nonstop, but I barely hear it on the radio. Like I just hear it like when I played, and then I don't even hear it like at clubs that much, or like clubs or like bars. I think it's mostly that, and then like I think didn't the NBA try to use it for like one of their like
for their like commercials for the playoffs or something?
Yeah, or like you know how what was it last year, the year before they had Kendrick's what the fuck was his song?
Humble.
I love myself, and that was like the NBA postseason like B-roll.
Be humble.
Yeah,
Sit down.
or that one too. But I think they're starting to use Stir Fry for that too. But yeah, I think I don't know. I feel like I could play Stir Fry 100 times in my headphones and still just dance with my dogs in the nighttime.
Mama. I don't think he says mama in that one. I'm surprised the radio is still like. I can't tell you guys the last time
you listened to the radio.
I just don't.
We're single-handedly taking down the radio right now.
I'm good. Good.
Exactly.
They're behind the times.
Yeah, I don't understand people that still listen to radio. Like I feel like the only people that still listen. Well,
I listen to radio.
yeah, because you don't have.
I don't have an aux cord.
The aux cord capabilities.
So you're like, oh, did you see on Preston and Steve? I'm like, no, I didn't
did like
know
listening
that they were
to
still
morning
there.
radio when I had a job and I would go into work early and listen to Preston Steve was pretty good because they'd have sometimes like cool people to interview or like funny shit to talk about. But normally,
I feel
no,
they're
like for
limiting
music,
themselves.
radio's fucking terrible. Well, I mean, they also record it, like video segments that they put on YouTube, and then they record it and they put it on a podcast.
Oh, okay.
Like
All right. I didn't know that.
They distribute it online too, so you can listen to it, whatever. But they do it live on the radio.
Jim, you look like you're ready to blurt something out. What do you got?
Well, do we want to dive into our dreams that we had?
We can do Dreamtime.
Okay.
Zach
and I. Do you have a dream?
No, I feel I didn't have a dream to contribute.
I had a dream. Well, Zach and I both had dreams, and we wanted to bring them up. Well, at least me. I want your guys' opinion on it because I seem very. Even though I was asleep, I was very woke.
Do you want me to like diagnose you or try to figure out what the?
If you can.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Shoot it off.
Okay. In my dream, I am. I don't know what was. Okay. It's gonna. Disclaimer: this is weird. In my dream, I am a black man, African American. It's 2018.
Of course.
I am walking through the streets of Philly. I see a police officer holding a German Shepherd, and I get scared. So I go inside. And it's this dream is like a span of 5 minutes, but I like woke up scared.
Mm-hmm.
I go inside to some building.
It's like a store, just a random.
I got this like weird suspicion that I was like the only person on the street,
Mm-hmm.
and I could see he was like eyeing me up.
Mm-hmm.
And
Profiling.
Yeah, very very discriminatory. I did not appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
So I go inside, and then I turn around, and the cop is going inside the building that I was in with the dog, and then he lets go of the dog, lets go of the leash of the dog. The dog comes after me, and then I wake up, and I said the word officer in my sleep, but I woke up saying officer. So I
think
Did the dog bite you and then you woke up?
it was like
Or it was
it
like
was
jumping on you?
pouncing at me, and I woke up saying officer.
That's not that weird of a dream. It's like it's funny that you've had an introspective like now you are like you're part of the Black Lives Matter
I'm
movement.
not okay.
Well, I mean, like
how
you're
did
gonna,
they? I want to know how you said. We're like officer, or how
officer.
Or, was like
Well, that's a white ass voice.
yeah. It's
I am an African American man.
How you gonna say it then? How'd you say it in your dream?
I just said officer.
okay. I don't believe that for a goddamn second.
I just woke up and was like officer, and
Okay,
then
thank you.
I woke up.
All right, that's fine.
But you're in Philly, so another Philly dream. So this just shows that you're trying to move to Philly, or you want to be part of the culture.
I woke Ash up with that, by the way.
Yeah.
She heard that and also woke up, but didn't know what I was saying. Thank God. But I told her afterwards, and it felt just as weird.
See, that's
as
not
me
a weird
explaining it
dream.
now.
I feel like that's more of a. It was just weird. Like, I mean that you're a black man, but that you're I mean, it's like
Now you know the
It's a-
struggle.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
No,
that you felt fear
Yeah.
of being judged, and then
Mm-hmm.
like just a dog sicked on you,
Mm-hmm.
sicked on you,
Sicked,
Sicked
not
on you?
sucked.
yeah, that's a good question.
So yeah, I mean, my dream's way weirder. I think mine beats you in the weird category.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Well, first of all, you ever have a dream where like it's the first time you've had the dream in that certain setting, but you felt like your brain tricks you into thinking like, oh, I've been here before. Like I've been in this dream, or I've been at this shop or whatever the whole time. That's kind of like this. Like it was at a school.
Is it like a school that you have been to before, or one that you feel like you've been to
Does it
before?
look like Sun Valley? Does it look like
It
Widener?
looked like, I think it looked like Sun Valley. I'm trying to remember. It was Sun Valley, but it was college professors.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right.
So, okay. So, it's actually one of the most awkwardly painful moments I've experienced in my life. Dream, fake, or real.
Okay.
And it was, so me, Jim, and Steph are in, like, some kind of English class in a college with a professor. And it's the first class, and it's, like, syllabus day, and this teacher is a flamboyantly gay Asian man wearing glasses. Like the cool like Ray-Ban glasses or whatever.
Okay.
But he's a flamboyantly gay Asian man. He's just going over boring shit in the class, like this is what's expected, like all that shit.
No, I'm not gonna because that's how he would sound. in my
Yeah,
brain.
and it's near, and it's just me, Jim, and Stefan. We're the only ones
We're
that
the
we know
only
each
people?
other. No, there's other people in the class, but it's like it seems like mostly girls or just like weird like nerdy.
So we're
guys.
just together.
Right. So, but we're all like sitting right near each other, kind of.
Okay.
It's near the end of the period, and Jim raises his hand.
I don't like
Dude,
where this is going.
Dude, it's just so funny because I could see you doing this, but you raise your hand.
I don't like-
and you have this little shit grin on your face, like you got a secret, and you raise your hand, and you look at me and Stefan, like you're sitting kind of like near the front of class, facing the middle. We're in like a weird sitting position, and and then Steph's right behind me. So I can't see him, but I'm looking at the front of class, and you're looking to the side, and you raise your hand, you look at the professor, and then, like, he calls on you, and you look at me and Steph, and you're like, and then he's like, yeah, what's your name? And you're like, my name's Jim. He's like, oh, what, do you have a question?
The question written down.
No, well, you raise your hand, and you say, well, Rocco is playing tonight, which means JJ will walk the court.
What?
And me and Steph kind of look at each other, and we're like,
What?
That's kind of like, and in my
That
dream it
makes
kind of made
sense,
sense
yeah.
or whatever. But I was like, oh, like, but nobody in the class like was a basketball fan or liked it or like
Okay.
you could tell they had no idea what that meant.
It's better than I
I
thought.
thought
So-
this was going to correlate with the gay.
No, and
professor.
but then the teacher asks, well, just because the teacher was gay and had no idea what anything about basketball, so he asks like, oh, what do you mean? And then Jim, with the even bigger grin, gets his laptop, opens it up, and somehow like I don't know if it's already connected or whatever, but it's on the projector.
Okay.
And plays this highlight video, and it must have been like some charity event where special needs kids and people in wheelchairs are playing basketball, and there's like a special needs person like missing an arm, and they're dribbling, and it's just a highlight film of them like going for a layup and just like rimming it and like throwing it off the backboard, and Jim just starts crying laughing, and there's a 1:36-second video of like this rude video, and then they had like sound effects on it, like spoofs, like, and it's like these special needs people getting fucked up, and Jim's like laughing and smiling and looking all over it, and it's fucking dead quiet in the class, and this teacher's just looking at it like, and I'm like, dude, stop the video. But I was just saying in my head, I was looking down, I was like, why are you still playing it? And you were waiting for like a response of people to be like, oh, I get it, or laugh. Nobody was laughing. So like, and then even nobody knew what the comment was about Rocco and JJ. And then, yeah, they're sort of bricking shots and getting fucked up with layups. And then you just kept looking around for approval. And then
Okay.
teacher was like, it like the video ended, and you didn't get the response you like
You and
wanted.
Steph didn't back me up on that.
No, so we just sat there, and then the teacher was like, okay, well, Jim, I would like you to stay after class. I just want to talk to you about, because that really wasn't appropriate what you just showed, and like your face turned really red, and you're so embarrassed. I was like, dude, why the fuck did you just show that fucking video? And I turned to Steph, and I was like, I get like the basketball reference, but like nobody else in this class gets it. And what the fuck was that video of like special needs people getting fucked up in basketball? It was so awkward. I was like, please stop the video. And it was like it felt like an eternity, but it was like a 1:30-second video. So you
felt his embarrassment for like 1:30.
but he didn't feel it yet, and he was looking around for approval, and
Like white guys? Yeah.
yeah, like, and you were like, and nobody was saying anything. They were just like, what the fuck is he showing? And I was like, dude, stop it.
It's my PTSD from my attack from the officer dog.
Yeah, but your shit grin. You had that little grin where you're like,
I'm about to show something.
and you're
Watch.
like, I was like, no, dude, what the fuck? I saw it, and I was like, well, when I saw the first couple of highlights of just like this special needs person, like,
I don't like how it's highlights, but it's not highlights.
it's some dickhead on YouTube went to a charity event where special needs people, and he just took and clipped it
Like the
where it was
worst.
just all the fucked up plays with, and then edited like really mean sounds, like,
Was there
like,
any
all this
music to it? Did you say that there's music?
There was some. I forget if there was like a whole clip was music or if it was just like that kind of shit. But like I saw the beginning, I was like, "What the fuck is this, dude? I thought you were gonna show me Rocco and JJ highlights and special needs players." And he's like, "I'm like, so that's you. That's what
not
you did.
me. It's not. It's not me.
You got no response out of it."
I kind of feel bad. I don't have like a dream to contribute.
Yeah. Better my name. Give me a dream that makes me sound better.
I'll in the time between this podcast and the next, I'll have one.
See, but
Probably.
like this is one of the weird nights where like I've been able to remember like fine details of my dreams, and like as soon as I wake up, I make sure to write it in my notes on my phone because it's fresh in my mind. But like I can still remember sitting in this classroom, and then like after the dude dismissed class, I turned around to Stefan. I was like, "Dude, what the fuck was that?" And he was like, "Dude, I have no idea. We gotta talk to him because I don't know what the fuck that was." I was like, "Dude, I'm scared." Yeah, but you got in trouble because obviously that's really inappropriate, Jim.
I hand up. I know. I'm sorry. I'll take that one.
But what would that still doesn't mean anything. Like
I
Rocco's playing tonight, so
haven't-
JJ walks the court.
What day was this? When?
This was the beginning of last week, I think.
They did play on Tuesday.
But I mean, it wasn't like I was like
Monday
a
or
premonition of me seeing the Sixers were going to be good. But I think it was just more
Maybe
of a
that was
premonition
me.
that you
Maybe
had
that
a
was me.
you're going to have a very embarrassing presentation in like one of your classes
I
coming
don't
up.
like that.
Oh God!
Like
Don't,
that.
yeah, no.
You can't put that out there. I don't like that.
Oh, well then don't show a fucking minute and a half clip of special needs people getting fucked up in basketball.
Hey.
Hey, what? How you gonna come back to that? Dude, I just felt so bad for you. But then I was also like, this dude's an asshole. I thought I knew my friend better, and this is just you out of left field. You thought it was gonna be a home run hitter with all the fucking
You didn't even
people
give me
in
a
the class.
pity laugh.
I couldn't. I was so
How
shocked.
are you supposed
I was
to give
stunned.
a pity laugh? If you pity laugh, then everyone's gonna say that guy's an asshole too.
I was so stunned. I was shell shocked. I was like, "What the fuck did we just watch?"
Did you wake up after that like?
Well, no, I had like 5 other dreams. Like all the dreams just led into each other. Like there was another one where I went to Wendy's, and I got a burger, and I wanted it plain. But so I wanted it plain. They gave me it to me plain. But then I was there with like my aunt and like one of my cousins, and they were like, "We're going," and I was like, "Okay." They get up and leave, and then I finished my food. And the way in my dream paying for food works is that you pay after you eat.
Okay.
Like, I guess like a normal restaurant, but it was at a Wendy's. So then I went up, and she was like, "What'd you have?" And I was like, "Oh, here's my receipt." And then she was like, "Okay, on the receipt, it's a normal burger, but we made it plain later. So do you mind if we make this one with stuff?" And what they do is they remake my order and keep it under a lamp for the next person. So I pay for my order, and they recreate exactly what was on my receipt and then put it in a heat lamp.
Okay.
For like just in case the next person comes in and says, "Oh, I want a burger with everything on it," and they're like, "Oh, good, the person in front of you ate that, so here's the meal." Didn't make any sense.
Maybe it's your brain telling you you're over prepared for something. Maybe instead of getting ready for all these job interviews, you should just wing it.
Yeah.
What do you mean wing it?
You're
Walk
overthinking life, man.
Walk in with.
Let it flow. Let it hang. Put it out there.
Let it dangle. Put your life on the line.
I mean, I enjoyed my Wendy's meal. It wasn't like I got persecuted. It's just how it went. And this lady was like, she was really nice. She was like, "Yeah, sorry." Apparently she messed up my order. I don't remember how. And then she was like, "Yeah, like in a year, I'll give you like a free meal." And I was like, "Okay."
Is that
I don't know
like
if
her
I'll be-
word?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you get any Wendy's this last week? Grubhub? Did they mess up?
No, I don't think so. But then she was like, "Oh, how do you?" Oh, and this is another weird part. She's like, "How do you like your burger cooked? Do you like it the front cooked and the back not cooked, or the back cooked and the front not cooked?"
What the fuck?
And I said, "I want the whole thing cooked." And she's like, "Oh, okay." Like they do a thing where they only cook the front half of the burger, but then leave the back half raw. I guess I don't know. It's so weird. And I was just like, "Of course, I want the whole thing cooked." I don't know. It was good food though.
Good
Another. We're staying on a little dream thing here. It's just a quick dream. I thought it was weird. Have you ever met like a Jesus impersonator,
No.
or like seen one in real life?
I've seen like Barstool like post shit.
But you never seen like apparently there's
Like
like
the
Philly
Jesus?
Jesus, and
Yeah.
there's like one in New York, and there's like it's just homeless guys that dress up like Jesus to get clout.
Homeless. I don't know. Do you think homeless, or do you think that they're just doing it just to get some fame?
Maybe it's just to get some fame. But how would you address a Jesus impersonator? Would you
feel
say,
like it's
"Hey,
rude.
Jesus"?
I think it's rude, to be honest.
To address
Well,
them?
it's blasphemous.
No, yeah, to do that. Because, like, what if whatever Muhammad looks like, could you imagine someone just, like, walking around pretending to be Muhammad?
Probably, yeah. But I mean, it's in art. But I mean, it's if you believe in that, I don't know. But like, I had a dream.
For Jesus, there's like something to go off of that that's Jesus. Muhammad, like you don't have anything to go off of. Like, how do you know?
When I think of Muhammad, I think of a blank Facebook picture.
Okay, I was about to say, whoa, because I thought you were gonna be like
Blanca from Street Fighter?
No. I thought he was going to go into detail about an Arab person
Michael
or something.
Jackson blanket. No,
Blanket,
no, just like
propofol.
the Facebook, because I don't know what the fuck Muhammad looks like, but I can only imagine like someone walking around like, "Oh, Muhammad." They would not have a good day.
Well, I don't know. I feel like Muslims get more angry about that because that's like more strict in their culture. But anyway, I just had a dream where I was at church. My old church in St. Joe's in Aston, and there was a Jesus impersonator there, but like they liked it. Like everybody's like, "Oh, Jesus is here." And like it was after the mass, and like everybody was like a meet and greet with Jesus.
Santa Claus.
And I called him Sir. And I felt really weird about it. I woke up and I wrote it down. I was like, why
That's
did I call him
respectful.
sir?
That's respectful.
But it wasn't really Jesus. It was just a Jesus impersonator. Like, why did I give him any respect? I feel like I should have been mad at him. Like,
I mean,
The
just
fuck
by
are you
going
doing?
to church, you're giving him respect.
yeah, but not this impersonator guy. This guy's an impersonator. He's just a random dude that has a beard and long hair and then dressed in a robe or whatever. I
You
don't
never
know.
called just a random person, sir?
I just felt weird. Like, should I have called him Jesus or should I have called him just
Savior? Jesus?
sir? Lamb of God, take away the sins of the world. Is it illegal, like, law-wise, to make shirts with the word staff on them to try to get into, like, backstage stuff at, like, concerts
Illegal?
or venues?
No, it's not illegal.
If that's not, like, impersonating something.
No.
I think it's only impersonating when you're impersonating like a police officer.
But, like, a staff, is it just frowned upon to be, like, a douche that, like, wears a staff shirt and is like, oh, yeah, I'm working the event, and
Yeah.
then just go in the
Yeah, if
back?
you're found out. Yeah.
Do you think you'd get beat up for it by the real staff?
You shouldn't get beat up. They would probably kick you out if you're trying to, like, go backstage. Then, yeah, they'd kick you out, most likely.
Have you ever bought a staff shirt? Or
No.
had one?
I've never had one. No.
I thought you had one because I thought, for some reason,
We could make one.
I always have in the back of my head that you worked at CN Skate Palace as one of the dudes that just skates around, make sure people don't bust their ass.
No.
And they wore a staff shirt, and it was just always a douchebag that was like with like baggy jeans and blades, and he'd be like
skate backwards.
Yeah.
And then like do little
like show out for like all these little elementary school kids. Be like, yeah, I get pussy. It's like, what?
Why am I that guy?
I just felt like you did a stint
Because
working
you're
there.
wearing a backwards hat right now. Trying to prove yourself.
This kid's going on a safari over here.
You can't prove that.
What'd you say I'm doing?
You're trying to prove yourself. You're wearing a backwards hat.
Trying to pick up on some middle school puss.
Some what?
That sounds terrible.
Puss.
No, some what
Mm-mm.
puss?
Middle school puss.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's not go down that road.
I thought you said miskel. Like, what's miskel?
Minuscule.
Speaking of...
You gotta push it like a field mouse.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. You just added your little footnote in there.
we talked about the hashtag saggy boobs matter last time.
Mm-hmm.
They don't.
You were our voice of reason on this one, on that one, Zach. I have another movement that I want Jesse's opinion on
Mhm.
because many people get into relationships that that are like yours, that you, well, not your relationships, but your
Rendezvous.
rendezvous that a lot of times you get judged for,
Mhm.
and I feel like and I don't know. I don't know if I'd personally do it, but I'm not going to judge someone that does. There is a hashtag going around called hashtag husband, not dad, for women that are going out with men that are much older than them. And people get called out for dating someone that old, and they want to make sure that they know that's their husband, not their dad.
I mean, I don't know what type of opinion you were looking for because I'm not an old man.
Would you ever post something hashtag wife, not mommy?
I mean, the women I have tried have all been in their 20s
Mm.
at the time.
Mm.
So, I mean, if I tried like I don't
Like
know.
a 45-year-old?
Yeah, so then you could get my opinion because I would be like, oh yeah, wife, not mother. But yeah, they're only like a few years older than me.
Okay.
But I would, if I was to enjoy a 45-year-old, they got to be like a toiger.
Got that miskel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like a field mouse. Then I would, I would post that.
I don't think you would.
You don't think I would?
Mm-mm.
After all the shit that I post?
I don't think
You don't
you're
post a
bold
lot.
enough.
You send us a lot in our group chat, but the shit you sent us, you wouldn't post.
I don't
The
think
picture you sent us yesterday, you wouldn't post on Instagram.
Wait, what?
today.
Wait, what?
The one where you're grabbing someone's ass.
Oh yeah, I'm not posting that. Yeah,
So you're not that bold.
I mean that's a bold maneuver.
you want to post that and put hashtag wife, not mom?
No, she's only like a few years older than me.
How would Freeway feel?
He'd be jealous.
He'd put a hit out on you.
I don't know. I don't think about all that. I don't
Did
know.
you show me the picture, or someone showed me the picture of him with Lil Uzi Vert?
I think I showed you him and Lil Uzi.
Yeah, I think maybe you did. But that would have been dope. If it was Lil Uzi Vert at Xfinity, then I'm
Mhm.
mad I didn't go to Xfinity.
Was that at the housewarming? You get to see him? He's like
No,
5'4".
Yeah, he's not big at all. He performed at Xfinity. That's why he was not at the housewarming.
Do you have his number?
No, he follows me. I follow him.
But like when you try to, when I say like, "Yo, see if we can do this freeway," like you slide in his DMs.
I did before. Like, what was it, Powerhouse? I tried to do that, but he was like, "Oh, my hands are tied. I can't."
Or
help
for
you out."
2 Chainz, you were trying to get us like backstage because you thought he was gonna maybe perform with 2 Chainz or whatever. When he
Oh
was
yeah,
here.
it would have been hot. But yeah, no, he was not.
True. But did you what the fuck was I gonna say? Who do you think is more famouser, Freeway or M. Night Shyamalan that you've met in person?
M. Night,
M.
definitely.
Night.
Yeah, it gotta be M. Night. Everybody knows M.
I
Night.
still don't know who the fuck Freeway is.
You don't belong in Philly, man. I'm glad that dog fucking bit you.
That's racist.
Is
it?
First of all, that's racist. Second of all, it's very disrespectful.
Hey, man, learn how to run.
Learn how to not support hate crimes, you piece of shit.
Let's get into a different subject here. Since we're talking about Philly,
What do
let's
you got?
talk Sixers. All right, let's go.
8-5. I always say it wrong. I say 8-5-6. No matter how many times I've practiced it and listened to it, I still say 8-5-6 76ers.
Why does that make sense in your head?
I don't know the numbers are coming out of my mouth until they do, and then
Okay.
I'm like, oh, that's just the fucking area code for Jersey.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't know, dude, but it's just funny.
But yeah,
But yeah, they're dicking down everybody that comes near them.
I just want to point out too that we're turning garbage into gold. Shout out, because when Ilyasova and Bellinelli were on the Hawks, they were like barely in the rotation,
Mm-hmm.
and now they're like giving us.
Well, they were trying to tank. That's why.
They're trying to tank now.
The Hawks, yeah.
Nobody gives them shit for tanking. Then
Nobody gave anything to them. Memphis, Dallas, they're all trying to tank.
I feel like Memphis has been trying to tank for years, and
They're not good at it. Like they're
They're
always
just-
like middle pack.
When they still do they still have Mike Conley?
Yeah.
yeah,
He just didn't play much. I think he was injured a lot this year.
yeah, he was just
Like,
injured all the time.
When they had even last year they've always been like mediocre,
Mm-hmm.
but now they just said completely fuck it.
When they had Zach Randolph,
Zach Randolph, Marc Gasol, and Mike Conley. That
they
little trio.
were proud. They were solid. Like I mean, they would make the playoffs barely and then get
Mhm.
fucked. But no, I just laughed when I think about back when they made Mike Conley like the highest paid NBA player that one year.
Mm-hmm.
Gave him all this crazy money, and I was like, who? How the fuck is this dude the highest paid player in the NBA?
They're like, we need this guy. He's gonna be good.
Yeah, what a fucking great move that was.
But yeah, I just love how Ilyasova and Bellinelli are just showing out. What else I have? Do you think, or what game do you think we see Embiid? Are we gonna see him this series?
I'd say 3 or 4.
Okay.
Because I think there's like two schools of thought. It's like one school of thought is like let him rest for as long as he can, but then the other one's like, well, we don't want him to like be too rusty,
Yeah.
so they want to
Well, he
get
doesn't
him.
practice anyway.
Well,
Let it
right,
be known.
but they want to get him, I guess, in the playoff atmosphere, like so it's like not too weird or too clunky, I guess, when he comes back, since we're getting so used to fucking playing without him.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But because I remember like when we had him, it's like it would basically be like when we were in a tight spot, it'd just be like get the ball to Embiid and let him dick down whoever the fuck he's going against. But now it's like Ben Simmons takes control, or he'll like just dish it out.
Make a crazy 3.
I feel like if they're up 3-0, if they're up 3-0 in the series, and Embiid still isn't playing, they're just gonna let him
Yeah.
sit the fourth if they then just hope they get a sweep.
Mm-hmm.
And all right, so we're gonna pretty much say we're taking the series, not to jinx anything, but so next we would get either the Bucks or the Celtics.
We'd spank them
We're spanking either
promptly. Yes.
one. Okay, so that means
I think I'd rather have this.
Which one would you rather have? I'd rather have the Bucks.
Because I feel like the Celtics have more playoff experience players, even without Kyrie and.
It's weird. You would think the Bucks would be like fucking amazing, but they're not. It's
But Al
weird.
Horford, like who won the day? It went
Celtics.
into OT.
Celtics.
Okay, but like Al Horford, I feel like dicks us down every time we see him. He just somehow plays well and then shoots the 3 like a fucking madman.
There's always that one person that like Kelly Olynyk last night.
I fucking hate, and it's always the
Every time.
dirtiest, stupidest looking players ever that fucks us up. Him and Tyler Johnson fucking us.
Like who was there's always that one person that was like Kelly Oubre on the Wizards.
Yeah,
Like he'll do well. But yeah, I'd rather play the Bucks.
true. Because then like I didn't think about like Tatum and Brown and all them. They're actually pretty solid. And
Bless you.
Morris, they have Marcus, right?
I always forget which Morris is. I think they Marcus. Yeah.
They have the better one. I think. Pretty sure.
So I think, if we're making Eastern Conference Finals, that means we're either going to get the Raptors or the Pacers, I'm
Do
guessing.
you think the Pacers are just
The
going to
Raptors just. Oh, the Raptors won for game 1, but barely. By like the skin of their teeth.
Raptors aren't a playoff team.
No.
They suck ass.
It's
in the
really
playoffs.
weird that because I feel like they should be really good.
They're
And
mentally, I don't think they're just like the player die, or like win or die mentality in them. Like they can't do it. But when it's just like regular season where it's like, oh, we can lose it, and it doesn't matter. Like I guess they play better looser. But like when it's like the pressure, I feel like Kyle Lowry crumbles, and then fucking DeMar DeRozan is a weird catfish like a motherfucker.
So you think the Pacers are going to get?
I think yeah. I
they're
think,
going to beat Cleveland in the first round. is
oh
what
yeah.
you're saying.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Cleveland looks like they're old and tired, and
they're not old.
they look old.
I just think it's LeBron, I think, trying to do too much, and then the young players around him don't have much playoff experience, I don't think.
They didn't have enough time to get chemistry, I think.
Well, there is no chemistry on that team.
Mhm.
All they do is just sit out on the 3-point line and wait for LeBron to pass him the ball. That's all that offense is.
I mean, people could say the same about the Sixers, but
I can see the Pacers. I'm
How
scared of
could
the
you-
Pacers.
The Sixers are constantly moving the ball,
yeah, that's the only difference. We're younger.
and they move the ball.
Mhm. But I don't think because I'm just saying I don't think the Cavs they kind of
The
do the same
offenses are
thing, but
completely
they're not as good.
I think it's going to be Sixers, Pacers, and it's probably going to get a Game 7.
Oh, you
And
think
I'm scared of that.
You think the Pacers are going to beat the Raptors?
Yeah. Because I feel like the Raptors are going to have so much trouble with the Wizards. And then
Barely make
the
it.
Pacers are going to be like feeling themselves that they beat LeBron, like, oh, King LeBron. And then, I don't know, I think just the Raptors are trash in playoffs. So then it'll be us versus the Pacers, and we always struggle with the Pacers because they're like a solid
We struggle
younger
with the-
team.
Yeah, we struggle with the Pacers and the Raptors. That's the only thing I'm worried about.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
But then I'm actually just more
We
scared.
also struggle against the Heat too. Like,
Right.
the Heat always fuck us up.
But last night, the beginning of that game, was
They're
I was
playing
scared.
completely different than how they were when they were struggling against teams.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the middle of the year, when they struggled against Indiana, they were also struggling against Miami. But they're completely different than what they are now.
Well, right. I think Rocco lost his shot a little bit. JJ was our main 3-pointer. We didn't have Marco. We didn't have Irsan. We kind of just had like Trevor Booker coming off the bench.
I'm
But
kind
we did have like Embiid. Some of those, I don't know, but I'm actually more concerned with the Eastern Conference Finals because I'm actually really not that scared of the West. I mean,
You're
I
not
know
afraid of the. Well, we actually did well against Houston, but I don't know
He
if that
didn't
was
have
before.
Chris Paul.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
didn't have Chris Paul either of the games.
And the Warriors are.
I mean, I'm scared, but like
Warriors.
for some, well, I guess it's just because I've seen us play these other opponents on the East more that I have more experience and like know like okay how we play against them. I feel like just the finals is going to be tough for both teams because they're not going to know how we play now.
Okay.
So I don't think we played a Western team in our final 20 games.
In the second half, not a ton. Like when they played Golden State early in the year,
But we kept up with the Golden State. Well, the one game we were blowing them out in the
yeah.
beginning, and then we were terrible in the third quarter, and then we lost.
Oh,
But now we're
yeah.
amazing in the third quarter. We totally flipped that.
and then we spanked Utah, and we always struggle against Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Other than that, not really anything.
But overall, I'm pretty confident the way that we're playing right now.
Mhm.
We got some.
I think we've scored at least like 115 points in our like last like 20 games straight. It feels like it. I don't think we've gone. Nobody's held us to like under 110 points.
And I think that like, it's kind of skewed like the opponent numbers because once we realize we're dicking them down, we're gonna put in like our fourth line.
Dude, but even last night was just it's so gratifying to like when we put in our deep bench
and then
Furkan's
Furkan
draining
just
threes.
drained a three. Like just so disrespectful.
I love it.
Justin Anderson's fucking getting his own little shit going.
Hold my hand. Fucking love it.
I love it. But like I have a feeling that we can win this finals, and if we do, I don't know if I'm gonna be like, is this a simulation? Like I understand Eagles, Nova, then the Sixers. I don't think the Flyers are gonna do much.
No.
Yeah,
But then like the Phillies are playing well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like and then like I live in Philly now, so it's like as soon as I move to Philly, the Eagles win the Super Bowl, and the Sixers are stroking their dicks on these people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's just
I love it.
It's just a great time.
Great time to be alive.
But like, I got to savor this now because I feel like they're gonna do something to fuck up the roster next year. They're either gonna get LeBron or they're gonna try to move some pieces around or
They have so
drop
many people
that
on
I
one-year
love.
deals too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, JJ's one.
Do you think if we go far, like right now, if we lost in like round 2, do you think JJ would come back next year, or do you think he purely just searching for another ring?
I feel like JJ would come back.
He's staying.
I don't know if they would have the money to keep him.
Mm-hmm.
Like he likes it here,
But he doesn't live here, so I don't know if he truly likes the culture or if he just loves the fan base and likes that the Sixers are one of the top teams now. But
I think it's
he commutes from Brooklyn or whatever.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What? Why would you put that on yourself? I don't know.
Well, I don't know if he just really loves Brooklyn, but that's where he lives.
He moved to Brooklyn because that's where his family's from.
Okay.
Before he signed with the Sixers.
But he hasn't moved or gotten like another like little condo or house in Jersey or Philly.
I guess he's waiting till he would get like a multi-year deal.
Well, that's what he was hoping for before going into the Sixers deal this summer.
They probably had to choose whether to extend Rocco or him,
and they
went with Rocco.
Okay.
But I mean, I like it. Rocco's a defensive fucking crazy man now.
Yeah, he was going crazy last night. That was great.
I love it, dude. He was just getting so many fucking steals and blocks. But no, so this is what I want. In a perfect world, we make whatever run we make in this playoffs this year. I want everybody back the same exact roster for next year. Give JJ his money. Give someone else whatever they want, their money.
You know what's insane right now?
What?
Sixers have the 10th pick in the draft.
Yeah, so we can still then
That's
get
fucking
some
nuts.
Is that
some
LA's
cool
pick?
player.
Yeah. And it could possibly there's like a small percentage chance it goes number 1. Imagine if they get the fucking number 1 overall pick.
If it was, oh my god.
They get
Then
DeAndre
there'd be a
Ayton.
conspiracy that like Hinky's picking the balls or whatever.
Oh my god.
Because what if they had him as like the draft when at the announcement or whatever
Instead
when
of
you announce the
Embiid.
picks?
The lottery.
Yeah.
Draft lottery.
Just send Hinky.
That'd be such a baller move. Like suck our dicks. But yeah, the NBA draft is so weird to me. How like the lottery system, because like you could be a great team, but through the different trades for
like
picks and everything,
Yeah.
we could still then get a fucking crazy good pick after just dicking down the entire league.
Yeah, it's kind of just like you're putting down your chips and hoping that this happens, and then for some people it does happen, and it's like that's kind of not fair, but it worked out that way because they made a good trade.
Yeah, I guess it's just, I don't know. But yeah, my worst case scenario in my head is that we let JJ go. We let I don't know who else, like some other key like role players go.
Sean.
I mean,
Dude,
Rashawn.
TJ
I love Rashawn, but I think they
Amir?
would get rid of him. They'd get rid of Amir, but like they let go of people that we like and that have performed, and then sign LeBron to a max contract or some shit for like 2 years or some shit, and then the microscope's on us. Anytime there's a little stumble or like a 3-game losing streak, questions come out, fucking interviews. We heard LeBron's fighting with Ben for the ball or some shit. It's like, I don't want that shit.
He called Markel a pubescent bitch.
Yeah, like some shit like that.
But yeah, I don't. Raise your hand if you want LeBron. No one raised their hand. Let it be known.
Yeah, Jim raised his hand twice.
Yeah.
And then he
I
showed
thought
us
you
a
were
video.
asking them.
Then he showed us a video of handicapped people not playing basketball well.
Mm-hmm.
So
You guys didn't even laugh.
Yeah,
it's fucking weird, dude. It's very rude. All right, so I think that's enough basketball talk for now because I feel like.
I have something that I saw. I know that was just my little thing.
Yeah, what'd you see?
So I was at LA, and I always have like the only channel really is like ESPN. The rest are like HGTV. We're gonna renovate your house, so I have no interest in that. And Skechers has a commercial out with Tony Romo like going through TSA at the airport, and they put Tony Romo, NFL sports legend, at the bottom.
Okay.
And that I don't like that. Who said that he's a legend? What did he do?
It was if it were me, if I were Tony Romo, I would want that in my contract that you say Tony Romo, NFL sports legend, on the screen.
But that's bullshit. That's not
think
true.
I think it was done sarcastically. Honestly, I think that's like if you had like Mark Sanchez, and you're like NFL legend, or if you had Mike Vick and like dog lover under it or some shit. Like It was just sarcastically because Skechers, I think they need to do like a campaign where like they start getting like the funny commercials out there because they're just getting dicked down by every other shoe company.
But that
Ever.
just
They've been
grinded
getting
my
digged down
gears.
for like years, though.
I don't know how
I
they're
don't think
still a
they've-
fucking. If it wasn't for the elementary school kids, Skechers would have been bankrupt years ago.
There's a lot of Gen Xers that enjoy Skechers, and they think it's like
Aren't we
like
Gen X?
No.
no.
What
We're
are we?
millennials.
They've been switching our bracket for fucking years.
Gen Xers are like
Apparently, a millennial is like anybody that's like currently like 23 to like 35.
Mm-hmm.
That's stupid. I feel like a 35-year-old is like technically like right at the tail end of like
they're
Gen Y or some shit.
it's like I think the Gen X is like
It's baby boomer, then Gen X, and then millennials, and then Gen Z.
okay, all right, yeah.
That's dumb.
But like that group is like basically running the world right now, and people want a good, affordable, comfy shoe to really strut their stuff.
Work out your butt
Mm-hmm.
while
Like
you're
Brett
walking.
Favre.
Are you talking about those dumb shoes with the big
With the
clod stopper
Yeah.
on the front? You got to walk on your toes the whole time.
mm-hmm.
I don't give.
You wouldn't wear that? Work yourself out?
I just do my hummingbirds.
There you
Yeah.
do it.
But it's definitely little kids, and then the Gen Xers are keeping that going.
Get some nice orthopedics
Or the Air Monarchs.
or the Shacks.
Ooh, Shaqs.
I had a pair of
Yeah,
Shaqs.
nice pair. Of
You had a
Shaqs
pair
and
of Shaqs?
Skechers.
Yeah, when I was very young. But then I don't know who.
I
don't
said
know-
fuck it and got one when I was in Sun Valley.
I didn't. Okay, I didn't know.
They're basically Air Force Ones.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know who was deciding my shoe choices back then. But I was like, I had like shitty Shaqs, and then I had like slip-on shoes because like I didn't feel like tying my shoes. Like I think they were even Skechers, but like Skechers slip-ons.
I feel like you're a Heelys guy.
I did have Heelys for a
Yeah,
little
Heelys.
bit.
I love Heelys.
But then I also
I want
before
Heelys
that
now, actually.
I don't. Before like Heelys were big, or maybe it was like right when they were starting to get big. Other shoes were trying to copy it, and I had these one shoes that were like the soles were like huge, and then you'd have to go down and press these like really hard to press buttons on the side, and then like these two little cheap
Oh, I
plastic
had
wheels would
those.
come out,
I had that.
and I tried skating on them, and it was just so shitty.
Yeah, it wasn't good at all.
It
I
was
was
terrible. And I remember the first time I wore Heelys, and I was at my grandparents' house, and I tried them out like on their kitchen floor. Like I didn't know how to like do one foot in front of the other. I did two on side by side and did it and completely busted my ass really hard. But no, because I went from Shaqs and like those weird shoes, and then like the spinner, the Dadas or whatever, the spinners,
yeah. When you put pressure on, it goes.
and it spins and it would spin on the side of your shoes.
Yeah, I never had that.
I had but then I would
I
go.
wanted
I had
those.
I had all the Allen Iverson shoes. I had the Answer 4s, the 5s.
Mhm.
Like they were balling ass shoes back then. I remember they were dope. I'm still waiting for them to come back. I think it's the 5s.
The 5s are my favorite ones, and I want them back so bad.
I want them back.
They're hard
but,
to find.
but yeah, and then I see them online and like people are like barely worn, but they look like shit. But like I'm in family pictures like where you'd go to the mall. You ever go to the mall and take pictures with your family?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it's like really awkward because then like they have the open glass windows, so like people walk by,
Everyone
but like
can see you.
everybody be like, look at these fucking weird ass white people taking their fucking pictures. And like the one, we got a really enthusiastic guy that like would set up the poses
Mhm.
and had me doing the dumbest, shittiest shit ever.
We should do that. We should go there
I'm down.
and get pics.
I'm down. But I think it's, I
we
think
have
it's
to wear
expensive.
ugly sweaters.
Maybe, but like I don't know. Or
And
just wear
eat
some,
These
We can
glasses.
dress up. We can make some sort of outfit decision. But
some theme.
Ugly sweaters and 80s glasses, and we all have our hair combed to the side.
I feel like you just
can't
want
really
those
do
dumb squared off glasses that you were asking our opinion on. But
that.
anyway,
No, that's rude. First of all,
it's not rude. It's truth. But
keep going.
anyway,
Go ahead.
look
but
like
anyway,
you just got fucking LASIK. That's what you're gonna look like.
yeah,
That's why I was
you
asking.
would look like. Remember when we used to have the career fair at Northley? Were you at Northley or were you at
Half
Sun
a
Valley?
year.
And then, but it was at Northley. They used to have a career fair, and then you'd go around, and there was always the one booth for like eye doctor or whatever, and they'd give away those cool like those glasses that you can
yeah.
unroll,
Mhm.
and they're like paper or whatever, and you'd put them on. And I'd be like, yo, I feel like that's what you'd want to wear. But no, I had a
Making the kid
really
cry. You're making him
overly
cry.
I had a really overly enthusiastic photographer that was having me doing the dumb shit. So they had a chair. My mom sat in the chair, and then my sister was like a little child, so she just put her on her lap, and then they had me crawl under the chair and do like the
with your legs up in
yeah,
the back.
Yep.
Son of a goddamn bitch.
But then I have that picture at my mom's house. I look, I'm like, those are the shoes, dude. Those dope. There was just some weird answer like 7s or some shit. Dope ass shoes. I was like, those things were fucking tough. I wore cooler shoes back then than I do now. Well, I'm getting my game back up now, but
yeah, I got to get my game back up.
But I was
It
like,
ain't there.
damn. But yeah, fuck that guy that was making me do dumb shit. And then this one time, my mom, it was like at a fucking Burlington Coat Factory or some shit. Some Claymont store. It was fucking terrible.
Where you got pictures taken?
Yeah. It was like
They
a
do that-
pop-up. It was a pop-up
Okay.
photography thing. And this dude, like, they had a whole bunch of old-timey clothes. It was like where you'd get dressed up in like an old vest, you know, and like the cool cap.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like you'd take it in a sepia tone where it's like black and white. But then he'd be like, all right. And I didn't know. So
Is
I
it-
wore...
Is it like the old fashioned photos on the boardwalk? Is that type of
Kind
deal?
of, but it wasn't
Oh,
as far
God.
where like you're sitting on a bar with
A
like
Tommy gun?
gangsta guns and you're like, yeah, you see, I'm in like Prohibition era. No, it's like more like the theme that we were
Why is
going
every
for.
one of those? It's always a Tommy gun and then a bottle with XXX written on the
Because
side.
it's just cartoony as
those are
shit.
the
Like,
only two
oh
things they
yeah,
have.
we get drunk and we shoot. We're violent. You see, it's 1920,
Old West mobsters that have drinking problems.
something like that. They're just putting that forward.
Mhm.
But we were at Burlington Coat Factory. It's really weird, and like we had to put on outfits, but like they didn't have any pants for me, so I'm wearing these fucking baggy ass like normal human jeans that we wear now.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just wore this like weird button-up shirt and then a vest and like little golf cap.
Parachute pants?
No, they weren't parachute. They were just my jeans.
Oh, okay.
I wore baggier jeans back then. But my mom and sister got like these weird like old-timey dresses with all the pearls and shit.
Oh,
and they're like, all right, well, we can't really use those jeans. So they just stacked these fucking like suitcases in front of me and had me put my hands on the suitcase and then had my sister and mom sit down with like a fucking parasail and it looked like we were fucking coming straight off the boat. We looked like
Boat
some
from where?
From Ireland or
Oh, okay.
Eastern
All right.
Europe or I don't fucking know. It was kind of cool, but the fact that
Scandinavia?
he basically just said, "Let's hide you and let's just see what your chest looks like." And I was like, and I had long hair. It was when I had the long hair, so like
Ooh.
it was so weird, dude.
That golf cap just sitting on top.
Yeah, just hey, I'm a young time. Here's a
Wait, the
here's a
Andy
nickel
cap?
for your troubles. What?
The Andy cap? Like the Andy cap from the fries?
Are you saying handicap?
Andy
Like
cap.
like the basketball?
No, Andy cap fries. Hot fries. That guy in the little cartoon, he's got the little Andy cap.
I don't know what that is.
It's basically the same thing.
Yeah, like a fucking Kango or whatever, but not turned around.
Give it a little poof ball on top.
No, I didn't have the poof ball on top.
See, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Kind
I'm
of.
trying to play fucking
I wanted
dumb.
I wanted to hear you explain it.
I don't know
No,
what the
you're
fucking
you're an
handicap is.
asshole. Yeah. Andy cap.
I feel like those things are going to be expensive if we go to any mall. They're going to be like, well, if you get one picture, it's going to be $400.
If you're just doing this as a joke and making fun of us, then it's going to be double price.
Like, no, dead seriously?
All right, so I told you guys I'll let you know I was going to be talking about this. Mayo Chup. How do we feel about it?
That's fucking gross.
It
No.
can be a short segment. This can be short. I just want to know what you guys think about Mayo Chup.
I always thought it was gross when you always jerked off about it. And then it
Fucking hilarious.
was in Step Brothers, and you were like, they know it. They know the sauce I eat. Only I eat it.
Fancy sauce. It's fancy sauce, and they're profiting off of it, and I don't like it. Heinz.
Heinz has been writing fancy on their ketchup for like fucking years and years.
I'm talking about fancy sauce. Mayo and ketchup combined, and they're selling it now and profiting.
That's gross.
But I just went to Reading
Would you
Terminal
buy it? You
Market.
wouldn't buy it.
I went to Reading Terminal Market, and I got a burger, and it was like, came with, it said all the toppings on a certain burger, and then it says their special hunger burger sauce. And we said, what's that? And they're saying it's just mayo and ketchup. So they're profiting off. Are you pissed off at that?
Yeah, I don't like that. Step Brothers, fancy sauce.
You don't know they were the first one to do it.
They definitely weren't the first ones to do it.
Can
Either way, it's
prove-
gross.
Yeah, well,
I can prove it's gross.
Weren't you eating it before Step Brothers, or did you wait till Step Brothers happened and then you were copying them?
You're profiting off.
You
of
plagiarized off Step Brothers.
Congratulations, yourself.
well, actually, I made ranch and ketchup, and I mixed it, and I called it fancy sauce.
Well, that sounds better. I don't know where the mayo
Well,
comes into play.
Okay, you're copying Chick-fil-A sauce.
No. Chick-fil-A
You're
sauce.
just
Chick-fil-A
all
sauce.
about plagiarism.
Listen. Chick-fil-A sauce is hickory barbecue sauce, any type of hickory barbecue sauce, and then you're going to get Newman's Own honey mustard, and you're going to mix that up. More so on the Newman's Own honey mustard. That's going to make your Chick-fil-A sauce. Don't come at me with this bullshit.
Ooh, he shut you the fuck down, bruh. He
God
just
damn it.
spit in your eyebrows.
He turned me off. Motherfucker.
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, you're back.
Hey, it's fucking gross.
Ooh, yeah, I don't know. I don't like any of the mixing of sauces.
Mayo,
I really,
it's like slime in your mouth. It's fucking gross.
I like it when I tuna fish, but that's the only way I put, like, my grandparents
You
used to
like
always
slime?
be like, No, they'd always be like, I'd ask for like a bologna and cheese sandwich or a ham and cheese sandwich, whatever, and they'd be like, then they'd put mayo on it, and they'd put mayo, and I'd like, oh, I don't like it, and they'd be like, what do you mean you don't like it? You like it dry?
You know what pisses me off? People that make grilled cheese with they use mayo instead of butter.
Who the fuck
does that?
Fucking annoys me.
Who has done that?
I've seen
that sounds
before.
terrible. That sounds.
No,
that
put
hurts.
them on blast. Who did it?
I want names.
I don't want to put names out there.
ASL.
Oh my God.
But I've seen
It
people.
wasn't Ash, was it?
No, I've seen people instead of putting butter on the outside of your grilled cheese, they put mayo on it. That's fucking gross. Mayo in general is fucking gross.
That's a serial killer that does that. That's Jeffrey Dahmer shit.
Like, do you ever just smell mayo and it's like, why is this a thing?
It's-
What's mayo made
it's
out of?
slime.
It's toe jam. It's
I
toe
wanted a
jam in a
serious
jar.
fucking thing.
No, I actually have no idea what I thought it was just like.
Some kind of plant.
I thought it was just like fat in a jar.
like
It could be just fucking lard.
Yeah.
deer
they-
antlers ground up,
It could be that, because I see that. I should feel like that's just random shit, like gummy bears or whatever made out of deer antlers.
yellow.
But like,
I thought they were hooves.
maybe something like that. But it tastes good, just like hot dogs. I hate when everybody's like, "Have you ever seen the documentary or this documentary of like a video of how hot dogs are made?" I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Dollar Dog Night. I'm eating 4 of them, and I'm feeling good.
Okay. All right. Mayo is a creamy dressing consisting of egg yolks beaten with oil and vinegar
Oh, they beat it. I don't like that.
and season.
But also speaking about plants, real quick, and Bobby knows this, my roommate. I'm really gearing up to start growing plants, but like shit I can eat. Like I'm gonna start growing some bell peppers
Okay.
and some herbs, so like some cumin herbs.
Some
Are
what
you
herbs?
gonna
Cumin.
Are you gonna?
That's how it's pronounced. Look it up.
Cumin.
No, it's cumin.
It's cumin.
Google it and then hit pronounce. Do it. Oh, I can't wait. Make sure your sound's on too.
Are you going to make also air quote hemp?
No, I'm just gonna make like what's other garnishes or other.
Siri,
Basil?
pronounce cumin.
No.
She said it wrong.
Yeah.
No. Do it again.
No.
Not
She-
good.
She like spelled it wrong. I gotta type it out. This is all fucked.
Yeah, I got it. Hold on.
Coming.
How you spelling that? How you
Sup?
spelling it?
Sup, ma? Coming.
That's not how you spell it.
That's how you spell
why.
it.
It's
That's it, yeah, it's like-
C-U-M-E-N.
No.
The aromatic seeds of a plant of the parsley family used as a spice, especially ground and used in curry powder. Ooh, I just fucked you in your ear.
Coming.
Yeah, I'm
No, you're not.
in your
No, you're
ear.
not.
Whoa.
Ooh, I just flipped your world upside down, babe. Dance for me. Dance for me like a little daisy.
I want to know what he's still looking for. What are you looking for?
He's trying to find a fucking loophole. He's looking up the fucking root words and shit. You Latin fuck. Oh, speaking of the language, did you guys get responses from your loved ones?
Sign language. We're doing We're
No.
doing an entire sign language
Nope,
podcast.
not doing sign language.
Why? Wait. Why not?
Because it's terrible for a fucking podcast, you idiot.
Well, I don't care. No, I don't care about the podcast.
No,
I want to be able to do sign language and make money
I'd
on
rather,
the side.
No, it'd be so much more funny if we fucking spoke in a different language in front of people.
You don't think it'd be funny for us to do an entire hour-long sign language podcast?
No.
Nobody's gonna know what we're saying anyway.
But I'm saying I'd rather know a fucking language. So I've gotten suggestions. The most popular one was German.
Mm-hmm.
Because German, we'd have to be like,
It's rough around the edges.
yeah.
It has a
But it's
history.
like, and it's also just random. Then I got fucking Turkish. I think Bonzi was like, you should do Turkish because you're never going to use it and you're never going to Turkey. I'm like, that's fucking rude, stupid. And then someone said, I think Ashley said Japanese, right?
Yeah,
You know what?
I like
Actually,
Japanese.
I think what would benefit me,
of course you do.
I don't care about whatever benefits you.
it would benefit me really, like a lot if we did like an Indian voice, because where I work is right next to SAP, and there's a lot of gentlemen there who are of Indian descent, and I'm pretty sure they talk shit on me all the time, and I want to know what they're fucking saying.
How do they talk shit on you?
Because they'll say something and they'll kind of laugh under their breath, and then like I kind of look up at them like, "What are you saying?" And they're like, "Oh."
But here's the thing. There's like 4 different languages that they could be speaking. So you're going to go up to them one day and say, hey, what is that? What are you guys saying? Like, what are you speaking? And they're going to say like Hindi.
All right, so is that what it's?
There's
the
like
politically correct is Hindu.
no, it's Hindi. I think.
Hindi.
Or it's
Okay.
Urdu. Urdu's one of them.
All I want to know what they're fucking saying because they're talking shit on me. I don't like it.
Well, that could be a special project for you, but I don't want to learn fucking Hindi or Urdu.
You want to be like cumin. See,
No,
that's what they all smell like too. Can I say that? Do we have to edit that out? What market are we at?
It's whatever you want. However you want to be perceived. I don't give a fuck if you want to be the fucking piece of shit one on this podcast.
All I know is I'm having a good day. I just had lunch. Usually I just make a little ham and cheese sandwich, and then I come in, and they're done their
Lunch. Don't specify.
Oh, I thought you were actually talking about today. I was like, you need a fucking
no.
sandwich.
I'm talking about work, and I come in, and it kind of like makes me sick because it doesn't smell good, and one type of smell. Make
Anyway.
the curry with the wrist, boy.
No, I did have a similar moment when I worked in a certain department at my old job where we were doing like,
What'd it smell like?
statistical. It was Asian girls, so it didn't smell bad. But they were like the weird.
No, I'm just saying that there's one type of person, one type of group that comes into my work that smells like that, and it's all the same person. That's all I'm saying.
Racist.
There's never a white person that comes in
Ah.
and smells like
blowing
that.
it. No,
I'm just saying.
no, it's just two Asian girls, but they were speaking like Mandarin or whatever. But it would like sometimes it would just be me in between the two of them, and they would like, I could tell they'd be like, "Oh, he's
Talking
so
about you
dumb."
in
Like
love.
I would fuck up something, they'd be like,
Motherfucker.
So, do you think in your next line of work, you're going to be dealing with that type of?
No, I know I'm gonna. If it's in IT, it's gonna be it's a lot of Asian people and Indian people. I'm fine with that. I worked with a lot of Indian people in my last job.
Well,
So
Indians
it
are
would benefit
Asians.
you as well, if we did Indian.
No, I don't want to learn it. I don't know if that's racist to say that. I just don't want to learn it. I either want German, Japanese, or like some obscure like Eastern European one. That's just my bias because I'm Eastern European.
I just don't want to do one for shits and giggles. I want to be able to use it.
Well, we can still use. Well, I mean, you're gonna be able to use any fucking language. It's just
I don't have that
It
many
just means
Germans
either
coming in.
one of these.
We have to go and hang out in that area once we start learning the language.
Where's that area?
Whatever fucking country it is.
Chinatown? You want
You're
Mandarin?
complaining about how they smell, and you want to go to India? You fucking backwards asshole.
That's what he's saying. He said we got to go to that area.
Yeah,
So
dude.
where are we going?
I was saying, like,
I just want to
a place
obscure
around here.
an obscure language where it'd be funny, like, oh wait, you guys learned, you guys that run your podcast learned German just for shits and giggles, and now you guys talk shit about people like in a public environment.
Racist.
It's not racist. It's real.
It reminds me of other guys with Mark Wahlberg, where he learns to
Do things just to make fun of people
yeah,
about it.
yeah.
Like the fairies used to do ballerina shit, so I learned it, and I took an art class to learn about art, so I could make fun of them in their own fucking setting.
You know what's fucked up?
He's from Southie.
I did a hip hop class once when I was little.
Mm-hmm.
Just-
No, you didn't.
Yes,
You
I did.
Danced.
I did it because my one friend danced, and he was like, "Yeah, it gets you in shape." And I was like, "You know what? Fuck it. I don't feel like running in the summer. I'll just do that in between going to baseball and whatever other sport." It fucking sucks. It's not fun.
What do you?
Do you remember
what
any of
do
the
they
moves?
do?
No.
It's just 1, 2, 3, 4. My baby, but
Nah, none of those moves. No. It wasn't fun.
You took a fucking dance class. Wow, you're a fucking weirdo. You learn more and more every day.
Okay, I'll let Nick know. That's weird. Okay.
It's weird. Does he even listen to the podcast?
No,
Good. Eat me.
you're just burning bridges. I mean,
Yeah, dude,
I just burn like
I love Nick, but I mean, I'm
Well-
not gonna fucking change. Like, what if I was like, oh, I'm gonna tell my Indian friends you just made fun of their entire culture? Would you give a fuck? No.
I guess not really.
Bigot.
Is that your thing now? You're gonna be looking up fucking words on Google. Fucking
You don't like
pronounce?
that?
Not really. I feel like you could do some post production instead of wasting our damn time
I didn't
loading
waste
shit.
any time.
Sir Lodenstein over here. Do you have a knee deep for us this week?
We're gonna get a little knee deep.
Do you guys ever think about different things that were invented growing up and just be like, wow, what the fuck happened?
Like how it was made?
Like,
or how it
thinking
was
back
before.
to when you were younger and then something new was invented, and you were like, and then thinking about it now, like when you first got your first cell phone,
Mm-hmm.
like my mind blew. It blew my mind when I first got that. Like it was fucking nuts.
Kind
like,
of.
that or transitioning for like we talked about the old phones with dial, going that to like a cell phone.
That reminds me, I gotta get one. I want to buy one for the house, but then I have to get a fucking phone line. Fuck that, never mind.
Just get a goose phone, like Jersey Shore.
But it all relies on us getting a phone line, so I have to call back Comcast, even though every time they offer me like the triple play, I'd be like, no, we don't need a phone. And the one lady was like, well, what if all your cell phones die? And I was like, then we're fucked. I'm not gonna fucking go to my phone and be like, call the mayor, the red phone. No.
I thought I was the shit with my Nextel.
Mm-hmm.
It was fucking great.
Did you used to chirp?
Mm-hmm.
You fucking, you were one of those guys.
It was like a walkie-talkie,
Yeah.
and you enjoyed it.
I used to know like a lot of, or my mom was friends with a lot of people that were like the construction worker guys, and that's all like they would be like in the kitchen like talking to like they'd make normal calls. Like I see it in a like a practical environment where
It's
you're
dangerous.
actually doing construction.
It's dangerous to do that though.
But it's like so stupid. It's just like, bloop, yo, what do you? And like I could never understand what was coming out of like what they were hearing. I was like, do you even know what they just said? He said, yeah, going to market. It's like, no, I thought it was just sound. Yeah, I'm on first introvert.
That's dangerous though because like there's no filter. There's nothing stopping
That from coming through.
Yeah, like there's
Yeah,
nothing
That's rough.
unless you turn the volume all the way down.
Mm-hmm. So people
Like-
could chirp you at any time.
Like if I had that up until like sophomore year in high school.
Oh God.
I had my Nextel, and like I had to turn my volume all the way down because hypothetically, if one of you assholes had a Nextel or any other phone that could chirp me, you could just be like like anywhere. You could be like out of school at that time and just bloop and say anything you wanted, and it would come out in my phone.
Dude, if we had disposable incomes.
Did that happen? Did that happen to you at all? Was your mom
Not in school, but
Well,
like
honey, your underwear's done. You
No.
pissed yourself.
no, but like there's been times where I'm just like talking to someone, and then all of a sudden it comes out like someone else just talks on my
Yo,
phone.
Jim, were you with those fucking losers again? Yo, hang out. No, dude, if we had disposable incomes, and if they even still made those phones now, I wish we would all get them for like just us three, and then we'd fuck with each other. Like I would just, you're in class, I'm like, yo, Jim, you're like, and we made it a rule where you couldn't turn down your phone so we could fuck with each other. Just be like, yo,
That
Jim, you
sounds
fucking
terrible.
beating your dick right now? Bleep.
I would be fired instantly.
We just bombard you. Yo, Jesse, you beating your dick at work? You fucking chode.
And I'm just like, I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna go home.
Dealing with a patient, you're just like,
You steal other supplies again?
yo,
Oh,
steal me some perks, yo.
oh God. Oh,
I'm trying to get fucked up tonight, man. You know?
You don't know it.
You ever have one of those?
So what's the? Are we still in
yeah,
the deep?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You ever have one of those phones with a long ass cord on it? I'm talking like a hefty cord.
Like Roseanne.
Oh, like a house phone,
Yeah,
where you
well,
can
a
walk
house phone-
into like
yeah,
the living room
I had
and
one of those.
twirl it around your finger.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Roseanne. Yeah. Okay.
I just love that phone because like I remembered having. You ever get those stickers that they like handed out when you're like in second grade, and they were like, put these on everything in your house, and then it was like,
Wasn't the picture of a guy got?
yeah, it's
It's like don't eat.
yeah. I fucking slapped those stickers on everything.
You thought you were cool as shit. Like
Yeah,
on your
I
skateboard
covered
and
my
shit.
phone. I covered my entire phone.
Why?
But
You just like,
dude, it was like
first
it was so
emoji.
satisfying to hang up on people back then because you could like slam it and they somehow still hear the slam.
Yeah, you
Or
know,
even
you
with
know
a flip
someone's
phone,
pissed.
you'd still have like.
Mhm.
Now it's just. I'm done with you. It used to, you could slam it so hard. Jake's such an asshole. Clank.
That's what you said.
Yeah, he didn't take me to prom.
Mm,
Sad. Sad.
So what's this knee deep? Is it about a crocodile hunter that eats his own ass?
Oh no! Well, no. This week we had a 60-year-old man. He's a Chinese man of your faith.
That's racist.
It's not. I'm describing this man.
bigot.
Only because I don't have a name, so I don't really have a lot to go off
Okay.
of. Plus, I don't know if this guy would even want his name out there.
Mm-hmm.
He had. You ever have? This is a little graphic. You ever have like an itch in your balls? Like it's not
Oh yeah.
your balls, but it's in your balls.
Like inside?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I've ever had one inside my balls. I've definitely had itchy balls, but I feel weird like itching it in front
Yeah.
of people.
Well, This man had an itch in his it felt like it was in like his urethra.
He cut open his balls.
No. He
Wait, the hole? Isn't your urethra the hole?
yeah.
Yes.
It's like the tube.
So it's not in his balls. He had an itch in his dick hole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he had an irritation that was caused by what he thought was an inflamed prostate. And that's when he decided to insert a 3-foot phone cord into his penis to stop the itchiness.
This fucking guy deserves everything that's about to happen to him.
So did he cut it with scissors to make the end not Ethernet or not a whatever else plugged
Stole
in?
that phone cord. Yeah. He cut the tip of that,
And then
And he just said,
jammed it.
did he get
3
the
feet.
itch?
3 feet. It got the itch, but then while it was in there, it tied itself into a knot.
yeah, that's what happens when you try to be your own roto-rooter.
Why?
What
Come on.
You wouldn't do that?
are you trying to prove?
He had an itch. You couldn't scratch.
So this phone cord, it looked like curly fries. You know what I'm talking about?
Was it a curly cord or was it just a long, skinny?
I hope
straight
it was
cord?
a long, straight cord.
No.
It'd be funnier if it was the one where he had to go he had to keep going.
Making
Just
my
wrap
skin
it
That's
up.
probably how he got it to keep going, just because of that curly cord. Either way, I don't feel bad for this guy whatsoever.
He got it lasered out.
How did this get in the news?
Laser technology got it taken out.
Who did he tell?
And how did you laser it out? Why don't you just pull it out?
Chinese technology. They know what they're doing over there. He's still alive.
No shit, but his dick's probably weird looking.
Oh, God.
He didn't put any pics of his dick on there.
Oh, thank God.
Where did you find a phone cord? I thought it'd be like an aux cord or something, like a headphone
it's a
jack.
60-year-old guy, so he's probably got a corded phone in his house.
Like-
My grandpa still has a house phone.
Do you think he put his pants back on when he left to go to the hospital to get it?
You're not
the
going
cord
to walk
removed?
with your dick hanging out.
You're not going to jam a 3-foot cord up your dick hole.
So he put the whole thing in there?
3 feet.
Dude,
Jesus.
the itch, isn't that like in your fucking like whatever the stop before your urethra is?
I'm actually impressed
Like
that he
your
made it
bladder?
to 60, thinking that's okay. How is he? What did he do in his previous 60 years? I'm kind of scared for this man.
Not a lot of info is getting put out about him. I wouldn't want any of my info getting put out. All I know it's a 60-year-old Chinese man.
Do they have a picture of him?
No. If they had his pic, they'd probably have his name.
Rob. That's fucked
That's
up.
terrible. That is absolutely that hurts.
Do you think the metal like part at the end was like frayed out and like
I hope so. To be honest, I
just
hope
cutting
so.
up the insides of it? Ooh, what do you think the first pee felt like after that? Like just burning?
Glorious.
Probably
Glorious.
Just blood coming out and shit.
Yeah, I can't imagine anything different.
What color do you think the outside plastic part was on the cord?
Going in?
Like the
I hope it's white
protector or whatever they call it.
You hope it's white?
The insulator.
because that's what most cords are. They're usually like white.
I think it's like a pale pink because it was from. I like to think it was like from an old, really, like kitchen phone that was like pink when everybody was
Okay.
like flamboyant with their colors. But then when it came out, it was all red and pink.
I'm just making my skin crawl.
What do you think he's gonna do it again if he ever gets an inch up there?
I hope not.
I hope he does. I hope
How don't they laser it out? Like they just kept going pew 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 pew.
Firing lasers at it.
I'm firing my laser. Remember
what
that
happened.
meme? Pew
No.
pew pew.
I mean the.
Why wouldn't they just go, "Hey, sir, here's some anesthesia. Go knock out. We're gonna take all the cord
No,
and
no.
and a spool."
Because I don't know how the Laser Spine Institute does their surgeries.
It was a knot in his inside of him. That's why.
But if it was so far, wouldn't it be a knot? Like what's it? You're the anatomist. What's right before what? Like I drink liquid. It goes to my stomach.
your bladder.
Bladder or stomach?
It's gonna go to your stomach, but then it's gonna go to your bladder.
Go to my bladder. Then
Kidneys.
my kidneys.
Then it's gonna go down the ureter.
The what?
The ureter.
That's a real thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you pee.
So my ureter to my urethra. Urethra.
Yeah.
So it's in his ureter, and if it's 3 feet, I don't know how long your ureter is or what it looks like.
It probably got caught up, or it knotted, or whatever. Like it's got to be very difficult for it to get inside, like a kidney,
Mm-hmm.
because that's got to be painful. Like people with kidney stones, like they get it caught.
Well, it's gotta be painful to put 3 feet of fucking cable wire into your dick hole to begin with.
I want to know how he kept doing it. He didn't have any anesthetic, I can imagine.
He had an itch that he needed to scratch.
Dude, this guy pisses me off. The more that I'm like thinking about this, the fact that he just kept going and then it knotted somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also trying to think how it knotted if it's such a tight space, and it's a cord. It's a rigid cord. He should have got
This man is beyond
Should have got a
science.
Nobel Prize.
Well,
for
no,
all
he
this.
should have used one of the the headphones or whatever that have a cord that anti-knot. They don't knot. Where that's like where it's a flat
Mm-hmm. One of those.
cord.
Yeah,
or
but then
even
you
your
can't
metal
get-
cord. You
get
can't knot your metal
You can't
cord,
get
right?
that in your hole though.
I could get that
If,
in my
if
hole.
it's flat,
I feel like that'd be better to get in your hole.
I mean, these rounded cords they fit and the more agile.
Yeah.
Slide right through.
What if you did your metal one, and you get all the pinches because it like when it
No.
moves, it's like a bamboo stick or
It's
whatever.
like a coil, not a bamboo stick.
You never
I
got hit
did-
with one of those bamboo sticks where they split it.
No.
You never
Oh,
seen
what
one?
is it, katanas? They're not katanas, are they?
No, they're not katanas. We had one when I used to do karate. They just had one. They didn't beat you with it,
Karate.
but it was like you'd practice with it sometimes. But yeah, it's like the same length of as a katana,
Mm-hmm.
and like they would take a bamboo stick, split it on the sides, and then like push it a little bit, and then like tie the ends with whatever, and then that way it was like kind of like that a little bit, and so that when you hit someone with it, it like pinches. So it'd be like,
Like the monkey bite.
yeah.
You
I
never heard of the monkey bite?
I never heard it.
I don't like that. I don't like.
No, what was the one pinch you could do where you'd like go and like?
The Native American burn. Is that what you're
No, that's
talking about?
No, that's when you
I
just
can't
get
say-
someone's
yeah.
wrist and you like that.
Can't
No,
say
there'd
the
be
real-
one.
Can't say the real
There'd be
name.
one where you'd be like snake bite, and then fucking just twist, and it'd be like, ow, what the fuck was that, asshole?
You ever get a rhino hump?
Is that where you just knee someone in the butt?
Yeah, you grab both their shoulders and then you just knee them in the ass.
I feel like you did that to me once. And I was like, you're a fucking loser, and you're like, yeah. It was back when you were like cool phase.
Back when you were working at CSK Palace.
Yeah,
I've always been in a cool
trying to
phase.
hit on middle schoolers at Disney World.
Miskel.
That's not my MO. So
Well, clearly you've graduated to older women.
that's
so
what I'm
fine.
saying. That's not my.
It was your
You're
MO.
just making bullshit up for the listeners.
Give the people what they want.
And they don't want that.
So, what else do we have to talk about? The Asian guy?
Yeah, it was the Asian man.
Do you think?
It was a medical miracle.
Unfortunately,
How much money do you think it spent, or that it cost to do that procedure?
well over $10,000.
I wouldn't know.
Have you ever had like? I know it's patient confidential. You don't deal with anything, right? I mean,
I-
not to be a dick.
I can.
You don't
say,
do anything important, do you?
I can talk about stuff as long as I don't use names.
I mean, nobody's
or
come in
any
with
type
like a
of-
nail coming out of their head. That's like an ER thing. They don't come to
Yeah, they
mainline
wouldn't
help
know.
and say, "Hey, I think something's weird. I can't see straight because I have a fucking 4-inch nail in my head."
No, I haven't seen that. No, I've had
Like, I feel like your weirdest thing is like someone came with a rash and they're like, and you're like, "Oh, I think that's like a disease," and they're like, "All right."
the weirdest thing was it was a guy came in and he was having toe pain,
Mm-hmm.
and we took his shoe and sock off, and
It was black.
three of his toes were completely black, couldn't feel it, had to get them all amputated, and he was like,
They
"Oh."
frostbite?
It was gangrene from diabetes. He had uncontrolled diabetes, so like his toes died.
So, but like, was it he didn't know he had diabetes? So
No,
he
he
never.
did. He's just uncompliant, uncontrolled, doesn't follow his regimen.
Doesn't care that his toe is a completely different color.
Yeah, he waited too
Yeah,
long.
like that's the funny thing too. He
So-
definitely saw his toes when he put his shoes on, and then he was like, "I don't know, I'm getting a weird pain. I don't know what it is." And then
That's-
like your fucking foot's black. Like
Like he looks like a rock. Like he's doing the. What do
that
you
was the
even call
middle
it?
toes.
Yeah, it was
Just
so
rock
So
on.
he has the big toe and then the pinky, and then
Can you even still walk? I feel like those are your
Yeah, you
important
could.
ones, right? The end ones are your important ones.
The big toe is the.
I thought without
the
your
big
pinky,
guy.
you'd be fucked up walking too.
I always heard it was the big toe.
it's usually the big one.
Do you think it would be worth it to just get prosthetic little fake piggies?
That's a lot of money you're giving for
I
something
mean, to
you don't
walk
really
right.
need.
If it was one of the important ones where you can't walk right,
I mean, you
Yeah,
can't-
well, yeah,
you
yeah.
never wear sandals again.
did you smell it?
It didn't. No, I didn't really have a smell.
Were you the
he
first one on the
smelled-
scene?
Like I took him back to the room.
What did
And
you
he
do
was
there? What did you do when you were there?
And here we
Lay him
go.
on the table?
No,
Face
coming back to
down?
the room, he was like, "Oh,
Face-
you're
face
having,
down, face
having
up.
some."
You know, I really hate it. This is completely random. I hate when you go to a doctor's office and they have like the weird lay down booth with the paper, the paper that you just
Yeah.
keep changing because it's dirty to keep. I hated that paper because you'd get on and it'd stick to you and you're like, it makes all the loudest noises.
I
Fuck
always-
that
because you're a
paper.
little
I always
asshole.
feel like such a piece of shit if I rip it when I sit down. I'm like, fuck, they're
Yeah.
gonna know I did that.
They're gonna know I did. But anyway, so wait, you were the first one, and then did you gasp at first? You were like, "Oh, I'm gonna get Dr. Lobenstein on this."
Why that name?
Yeah, why not?
First one that came to mind.
No, I was like, I don't think that's good. Like, like, if you're not already concerned,
This is
enough,
a guy, right?
Yeah, it is. Dude.
He definitely had beady eyes, didn't he?
He
What?
was.
I just a picture of a white dude with like really beady eyes.
Oh,
That's
I
like
thought-
You got the demographic.
that's
correct.
like I don't know what's going on here, and you're
I
like,
thought you were
oh,
saying
you look
very
weird.
old.
I thought you were saying BDIs, like BDI.
No,
Like it
like
stood for
like
something.
those weird, like really
Beady
close,
eyes, yeah.
non good looking eyes.
I thought you were saying like beady eyes, like DSLs.
no.
Yeah, because he had well, another thing with the diabetes, his eyesight was not very good, so he had like the thick glasses.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess he probably did have beady eyes, but when you look at him, it looks
It's
like
magnified. Yeah.
You gotta notice your foot's a different color though.
Yeah, he was just like, oh, maybe it's a bruise. That's what he was like thinking in his mind.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, oh, can you feel? Like I knew he wasn't gonna be able to feel it, but I got to like say, I'm like,
Did
"Oh,
you touch it?
No, hell no.
Then how the fuck? I thought you test. You say, all right, do you feel this? Do you feel this?
I was like,
I broke your toes off. Do you feel that? No.
I was just like, I'm gonna get.
Doctor,
That's not good, and you're probably gonna have to go to the ER most likely. But I'll be back.
I'm gonna grab your chart right here, and I'll be right back. Yo, there's some dude in there that's fucked.
That's pretty much how it goes. Like this guy has no idea he's about to go through some issues at the hospital.
Sit down.
But yeah, so I don't get what you were saying with like Happy Gilmore. There's a nail in my head, and I've had it there for 10 years.
You worked there? What?
No, you're saying I have a nail in my head. I can't see straight.
You haven't worked there for 10 years.
I'm just.
You kind of freaked me out. I was like, how fucking old are we? What year is it? You haven't worked there for 10 years.
But I've been in the field since 2014.
Great year.
You're the
That was a shitty ass year.
what meme was that?
Was that
Fuck, I
the
don't
kid that like
It was
has
the
like
year of the Yas meme, the Yas kid with the basketball.
That was probably during Vine.
Vine.
Yeah, no, that kid was like early 2015. But 2014, I'm pretty sure it was that kid was like, yeah, yeet, yeah, yeet, yeah.
Oh, I did like the
Kid with the sniper.
And he,
yeah. That shit was dope.
Other than that, it was a shitty year. That was a terrible year.
Don't remember that year. That was junior year, right?
for
us.
me and my
For all of us.
own issues. But yeah,
You got something hot on the presses? No, I have something hot on the presses that gets us a little more time here. Conor McGregor.
dude, he sucks.
I feel like I have a pretty hot take on this.
You think it's scripted?
Yep. I think this is exactly what the UFC wanted. Dana White is. I don't know if he purposely like contacted Conor and like set this whole thing up, or if he saw it happening and just kind of like let it happen. Because this whole crazy shit happened, blah blah blah, whatever the backstory is. But like Conor's doing this outlandish shit when everybody says like when the cameras aren't rolling, he's like the nicest guy ever. But then this shit happened, and then Dana like. There's like Dana White's like, this is terrible for Conor, like this is the worst thing that's ever happened in the history of the UFC, but like he still hasn't like banned him or
That's
like
true.
disqualified him or stripped him of his titles or anything. He hasn't done any like repercussion things. Like it's just been the law. And then like there was still video of him. He attended the fight still.
Was that
in the crowd.
I saw that. Was that actually him?
I think that was actually him. I don't think it was the impersonator. Like because I did see there's that one guy who like looks a lot like him. That muscle guy that was like impersonating him in Cali or whatever for a while. But I think it's totally scripted, and I think it's not. Well, I think it was on purpose, and like the UFC is like now building up the hype for the big. It's like a build up for the hype between him and whatever his name is.
Khabib.
Well, he's friends with Khabib. I thought.
Well, the
I
reason
thought that was the
he-
whole thing.
he
Someone
was-
talked shit on Khabib, and then Connor came in.
No, Khabib and his crew cornered one of Connor's friends.
Oh,
and that's why he flew over from Ireland to like
confront him.
pretty much, and then he just went ham defending his boy.
Mm-hmm.
He's IRA. If you don't think he's not IRA, then
He's
I don't
not
think
IRA.
I don't think
He is
he's,
IRA.
I don't
I
think
was-
he's IRA, but I think he definitely is friends and has strong connections with the IRA.
Because he's talked shit on people and fucked with people that are in the IRA. And the IRA has said, like, oh, no, we're not cool with Conor McGregor.
oh shit.
I don't know, but I know he's like there's apparently like gangs and shit in Ireland too that aren't like terrorist groups, but they're just like Irish gangs or
Just
like,
like
I guess I don't know if they're
Crips
like
and Bloods.
affiliated with soccer teams or whatever the dumb shit is over there, but or like I think it's just it's like streets, it's like street turf war out over there.
Manchester City and Manchester United.
But yeah, I think it's completely like WWE-esque, just with a different level. Like it's taking it to the level where it's like real life. Like this guy's actually going to court and facing charges and
I hope
shit.
it's not because
Well,
that's
Dana
just
White
dumb.
also Dana White also came out and said that there's a warrant out for his arrest when there never was.
Really.
Yeah.
Oh,
In the interview, like the video that was going viral was like saying, it was Dana White saying, "Oh, we didn't expect this from Connor. There's a warrant out for his arrest from the local police department or whatever." And then people have
Ooh.
gone and questioned the cops, and they were like,
What are you
"I
talking
mean,
about?
they're looking like no, there hasn't been an official warrant for his arrest, but like he's out there. He just isn't. They don't want him to like leave the state, but there's nothing active on him."
Like I'm kind
I
of
don't know.
like now that you're talking about it, I kind of think that it is scripted, but I think maybe with that situation he was just given false information. Could be. It's
Maybe,
all
I
it's
don't
all
know.
speculation,
I
but
don't know.
something's not right.
It was just too many things. So then it was like, before I even knew about the Khabib or whatever fuck his name is,
Mhm.
I thought it was basically just Connor trying to get his name back in the spotlight because it was right around the time that there was a video of Floyd going around saying that he's gonna if he does come out of retirement, he's gonna fight in the octagon,
That's gonna
and
be
it
a
would
shit
be
show.
it would be against Connor, and then like that kind of is. Like, it always starts with, like, these dumb little viral videos, and then I thought it was just Connor trying to get his name back in the news, and it's like... And then I forget who I was watching. It was another podcast or something, but they were like, that... I think it was Chris D'Elia was even saying on his podcast, that, like, the video of him attacking the bus was, like, the most... I don't know how they measure it. Most talked about, or the most viewed video. Like, everybody was talking about the UFC... It, like, more than ever. Like, the traffic on the UFC was the highest it ever was before, like, any prep for a fight or any hype for a fight. It was the highest during that day, like a random Tuesday of when he did that shit to the bus.
What's crazy is he like ruined fights. Like there was like 3 fights
Fight that had this, they get
that had
there
to
now.
change out who the fighter was.
Yeah, so I think it was scripted, or it was very loosely planned, but I think it was, like, up to him to, like, do whatever he was going to do to the bus. But
Just
then I
kinda
don't
went
think
too far.
I don't think he meant to maybe even shatter the glass. I thought maybe he thought, like, he was just going to damage the bus but not shatter glass in fighters' faces and shit. Because then that's actually, like, hurting their stock. If, like, a fighter got glass in their eye and they couldn't fight ever again.
Yeah, like the one-
a
Yeah.
championship belt holder or some shit.
The one dude he got something like on his forehead and it was like dripping blood, and the doctor's like he can't fight.
Yeah,
he's
because then
damaged.
it could be busted open again during the fight. Like, he's not perfect condition.
That's fucking crazy.
But it's, yeah, and then it's just like a lot of, it was around the same time where Ronda Rousey made her debut at WrestleMania and Dana White was in the crowd.
oh, he was really.
Yeah, like they zoomed in on him. He's like, and then they always interview him. He's like, "Hey, I'm proud. Like, I'm really happy." Like, he doesn't want to seem, or I think even she said she's happy that she lost like those last couple of fights and got kicked out of the UFC because she loves
She wasn't
wrestling more.
kicked out of the UFC.
She lost
She was,
so
like,
much where
shunned
she
pretty
was,
much.
yeah. Like, I mean, she could still fight and it'd still be like, I guess, like an undercard, but I guess she was glad that she got knocked off her high pedestal and now has to do wrestling, which is
He's probably making better
It-
money,
like an-
to be honest.
probably, but like it's kind of because I feel like Dana White probably hangs out with Vince McMahon a lot or whatever,
Yeah, they're probably
like,
two peas
Get
in a
some
pod.
insight.
and I feel like he's just like, dude, here's some of our clips of like I remember back, and it was like, I mean, it was on the WWE, so you knew it was fake, but like you still believed it. Like when I think it was The Rock like got so injured in a fight that they put him in like an ambulance, and then you saw the one wrestler like go out to the ambulance and like trash it or like drive it into a fucking whatever.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
And I was like, holy shit. And that was like all scripted, but it's like the same thing where it's like they probably know like, hey, to get a big fight, like the most publicity, we gotta be very controversial.
And no one really stopped him, to be honest.
Yeah, there was the one guy who was kind of like, hey, like
They're like blocking him, but they're still letting him do what he
and
was
he
going to
goes
do.
and picks up the dolly and fucking throws it. And they're like, dude, you had a whole crowd of like, I guess it was a lot of photographers, but then there was like security, and they're like, whoa, Connor, whoa, don't throw that, oh, come here, Connor. And he's like, come on. It was one guy. It was like,
Yeah. No,
I think it's completely fake.
Yeah, now that we're talking about it, it's kind of.
And especially if there's like, if he doesn't get prosecuted or whatever, or have to go on probation or do anything crazy like that, then it's completely like them just greasing the palms of the judge and being like, yeah, dude,
White privilege.
It was kind of just a, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think it's completely scripted.
Yeah, I think.
The same thing. Well, just real quick, the same thing with the Tristan Thompson cheating thing.
You think that was scripted?
No, I think they knew about it beforehand, and they just released or they just let it get out like right around her pregnancy, like right around her childbirth.
Oh, so you think they held on to it?
I think they knew about it. I think it happened like months ago,
Really?
and then like because the people are saying like Kris Jenner, the mom or whatever, is like so good at marketing and like.
She really is,
And,
it's
like-
kind of scary.
And like that, like it's a conspiracy. I guess it's a conspiracy theory that like they had this information and she like withheld it, and then like she like I guess told the chick or whoever like, hey, hold this back. I'll pay you a certain amount of money. Release it, and now it drums up like right around the pregnancy or the childbirth of it, and then that kind of I don't know.
Who released that though?
I mean, the only thing I saw was TMZ.
Yeah,
It was
Because
like,
TMZ doesn't like withhold that type of stuff.
yeah, but I feel like they've known about it and then they released it to TMZ.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But you get
if-
paid by TMZ too for money, like for info. Like if you knew, like, oh, do I have a video of fucking Leonardo DiCaprio sucking a dick, and it's really clear, they'll be like, we'll give you $50,000 for it. I'd be like, make it
Kinda want more.
65, and they fucking get it.
Yeah,
I just hate everything about the Kardashians, and then this just makes sense to me, like that they know it, and like the same thing with
Next
the Beyonce
season's gonna be
shit.
fucking nuts.
Yeah, like they're all just for the show and for like their makeup kits and all that shit, and I just hate that entire family.
And how like she's like, we have got new news that Khloe has forgiven Tristan of his acts and will stay with him. And it was kind of like,
But then, like, I saw like rumors were like, oh, apparently Kim spit in Tristan's face in the hospital when she was giving. I was like, oh my god, shut the fuck
I
up.
doubt it. She's soft.
And then of course everybody's running with it, like the mob mentality on Twitter. Everybody's like, oh, like I saw this tweet like 500 times, whether it's retweeted or just people copying each other. But like the tweet where it's like,
comments.
well, no, the Instagram comments are funny as shit. I think that's funny because that has some comedic value. But like, no, when a girl will just tweet out like, oh. I wish everybody a great day, except for Tristan Thompson. It's like, okay. And then the same people were probably saying this. Okay, well, I don't want to come at Rebecca straight on, but the same people were like pissed that Logic fucking didn't cheat and just straight up said, hey, I think we're better when we're separated or not married. And now someone cheats, and so it's like, what do we do? What is as men, what do we do? What would you rather do?
You have to do the Hank Basket thing. What Hank Basket did with
Who the fuck is Hank Basket? Is that a serial
Former
killer?
Eagle. Former Eagle.
yeah,
Was
he's
he
a wide
with James
receiver.
Thrash?
Probably.
No.
He wasn't at that time.
No.
But he
Brett Myers?
he married Kendra Wilkinson, who was a playmate, and he like cheated and like fucked a transgender person. And
Is that funny to you?
That's fucking hilarious to me.
and-
You have one of the hottest, like, people's minds are just sexually weirdly wired. You have
You
really hot.
transphobic, bro?
You gonna fuck a tranny, Jim?
and your
Jim,
wife
would you
is
ever fuck
already,
a transvestite?
First of all, the term tranny is very disrespectful.
Would
Yeah.
you fight? Would you fuck? Would you
Would I
fight or
fight?
Would you fuck a transvestite, Jim?
I have a girlfriend.
Your phobia. You're transphobic. Doesn't matter. Your girlfriend should be able to trust you enough to fuck a transvestite person.
That's the logic.
That
Makes no
hey,
sense.
Then you're transphobic. You can't use your girlfriend as protection. You can't hide behind your girlfriend. Fuck a transvestite, or you're a bigot.
That's pretty much
So
how
either
Twitter
you agree
works.
with me or shut the fuck up when I'm talking. Thank you. So I just think it's
What
hilarious.
about
Who has a
Hank
hottest
Basket? What
wife
about
and he
Hank
wants to
Basket?
fuck a transvestite?
So it was
a lady
just like,
boy.
It was like a weird. It was such a weird like situation that like she like almost wasn't mad at him.
She was just laughing.
Like she was like distraught about it, but like at the same time she was like, we're gonna get through this. Like I'm gonna forgive you because you fucked a she bitch or a he bitch.
That's even way more offensive. That's way more offensive than what I was saying. So wait, quick question. Just shout out like Cannon.
Can you bleep that? Do you like?
We're keeping it.
Oh, we're keeping it. Okay.
Because I said lady boy, we're keeping
Dude,
it.
I'm screwed. If I ever get like a high, like administrative role,
You're never getting an administrative role. I'm sorry, not to be a dick. Oh, I'm like in the government or just in your
just
field.
in my field.
Okay, your field. I could see that, but also I thought you were maybe like, oh, if I ever run for like Congress, they're
No,
gonna pull
I'm
up
gonna
this
get an
shit.
email one day, and it's gonna be like, I'm gonna be. Let's say I achieve my goal, and I'm like getting up to like an executive role, and then it's like we found something that you're not gonna really be happy about. What are you doing?
No.
What are you touching?
I was gonna bring up a clip of
No.
you.
We don't need to.
Yeah, we
Send
don't
that.
need that. And people are they're not very happy. I was like, wait, what are you talking about? I had no idea.
Episode 6 of Shut Up and Enjoy.
And-
We have
And they
a
send the
clip
clip
of you.
calling a transvestite a
He bitch.
he bitch.
A quote he hyphen bitch.
I'm just gonna log off and go home and just go on Indeed.
And look for janitor roles.
Portier.
Portier. You were a portier.
Yeah, I was a portier.
Experience. 2 years experience portier.
God damn it.
Ladyboy, what the fuck was I gonna say?
Yeah, now that I'm like going that far into my thought, can you please just like bleep that out?
Okay.
Please, God. Actually,
now,
I've said worse.
now everybody's gonna like be like, "What did he say?" I want the unedited version.
That's gonna.
the fuck-
That's
wait,
gonna
what the fuck
cost
were we
money.
just
Shout
talking about?
out
Oh.
of a cannon.
Shout out Cannon real quick. You're a big fan of Brett Myers because he always replies or favorites your shit, right?
Yeah, he's DM me back. He's favored my
Now,
stuff.
if I remember correctly, Brett Myers was in hot water over. Well,
How are you?
on that note,
I'm just gonna. I'm not
I
saying
feel-
I'm gonna
I feel
knock
like
her out. I'm just gonna wake her up a little bit.
oh, you can't say that.
Why can't I say that? If she's
I'm gonna
trying,
wake her up, I'm gonna wake her up. Oh, Jesse, this is the worst episode for you. You want us to bleep this out too? Because I think this is worse than what you said earlier.
yeah. Actually, when did this start? Whenever this started,
but this is gold, though. We
Shut-
need to keep
no.
this in a secret file.
yeah, it's fine. It was secret
Oh,
file.
I can put it in
fuck.
the Enjoy Vault.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
So since it's going into the Enjoy Vault, I fucking
No. Now I want to keep it.
no.
No, you should feel free on this podcast, and now you're gonna hold back feelings and then let them out when we're saying we're not using this. No, fuck that. Oh my fucking god! You just went down a rabbit hole that you can't climb out of. Sir.
I know, and
Watch your mouth. You know you have a mic in front of your face, dumbass.
but I'm just saying.
You're crazy, Jesse. This is bad. This is a bad episode for you.
Can we just delete everything? Can we just end it where?
I should never
Shout
brought
out
up
Hannah.
your hero, Brett Myers.
Yeah, I don't even think you. I mean, you knew what you were getting into saying that.
I didn't think you'd defend him so. Was that vehemently? Vehemently? Is that a word? But I think it's a good word to use, right?
When did this start?
Jim has a very heavy editing to do on this
He doesn't-
episode.
he just needs it wherever this started before he said shout out.
Well,
Cannon.
we're doing the ending now.
Yeah.
So now I got to be like, oh,
Yeah.
well, I don't remember what the fuck we were just talking about 20 minutes ago, but
They'll understand.
Yeah,
oh, I want to keep this in so bad. You
All right,
slipped
so
up, you fucking idiot. It's like your drunk cast. You have some bad values that you need to reevaluate.
He bitch.
I just don't. Yeah, you can keep the he bitch at this point. Just get rid of the second part.
Oh, you dumbass. Okay, well, guys, I think it was a good episode. We're back in action. Also, we're gonna be, even though we only have 30-something followers, I think we're gonna put a poll out because we need some help. We need some actual votes to see what language we're speaking. I vote either German or Japanese. I didn't even get what you guys want. Well, you want some Indian shit, but I don't care about what you thought. What do you think, Jim?
Ooh, you don't care what I think. Okay.
Well, obviously, your values aren't trusted if we kept our segments in.
Oh God.
Because I also looked up on what's like Rosetta Stone and German, Japanese, Turkish, Urdu's on there if we were somehow going to go the Indian route. Because wouldn't it be funny if we're just at like a pregame and I'm like,
People that just think we're fucking crazy. They're not gonna be impressed.
So it'd be funny. It'd be funny. I think it'd be a good thing. But also, and then Jim's. Are we doing every 2 weeks? You're releasing a new shirt, or
Yeah, sure, yeah.
so what? Well,
You
right
want-
now I'm wearing. Well, we're not in the video podcast. I'm wearing the Finhead shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Check out on the merch store. It's nice. But I would order maybe a larger shirt than like one size up because they shrink in the wash, or just don't dry with high heat because they shrink. But it wasn't as big as I thought it was. And Jesse's wearing the Black and Joy shirt. Which,
I got a large. I am 6'1", 190.
yeah, I usually get mediums. And I'm 6'2", 6'3", and like 175.
Okay.
So, but yeah, new shirts. Look out because I guess it's the timeline. You should put out whatever new one coming out.
Okay, yeah.
We have some new cool stuff coming out too. So, see you guys.
A lot of stuff in the future.
Yeah, mommy.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Enjoy.